Jeff slides the microphone right into place, flips the camera, puts a smile on his face. He says, welcome to Madstork Media. We don't do make-believe, no false memories hiding up our sleeve. Yeah, the internet world's gone crazy, spinning out of control. Folks are dodging the possessions just to save their soul. Enlisting in the army, running from the fight, 'cause they're terrified of turtles in the middle of the night. And we say, hey, come join the fly. Don't you sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Madstork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Now they're spilling out the facts on the Massachusetts Green about the wildest trial that you ever have seen. They talk about Karen, yeah, they whisper her name, but nobody trusts the lead investigator in the game. She was acquitted, the jury walked away, but the stork says it's time for Turtle Dove to see his charges go away. Yeah, the truth is a puzzle with a missing piece, and the chatter in the courtyard just never will cease. And the losers say it's not over, they say the case isn't done, but we're just getting started under the Midwest sun. You can run to the barracks call and you can hide from the law right now, but you can't escape the sharpest judge's eye you ever saw. So we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't just sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Madstork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Jeff, time to slide that mic, flip that cam. No false memories here, folks, just the flock. Come join the flock and Jeff will make sure to add some shock.
Let's get on the screen here, right? Let's get on the ball here. So tonight, had to push some times back all day, was getting some new equipment, new microphone, stuff like that, stuff that's really important. So had to push it back. I appreciate everybody that messaged and said what's going on, but that's pretty much what it was. But tonight, I want to go over a couple of nights ago. Brian was from LTL Media, had a show, and he was really going hard after Will and Turtle Boy like usual. That's his show. That's him and Crawford. They love doing shows. Now, but I watched Brian all the way through a couple of nights. I couldn't believe it. Usually I can take about maybe 15 minutes, but I watched all the way through. And something happened in his lifetime to make him really insecure, like really insecure. And in the chat tonight, people that have come in here, or you'll watch it later, tell me, send me a message. Tell me how much you can tell the insecurities and what he's trying to do when he talks about Will and Turtle Boy. Because he is trying to be really smart, really smart. He read a book. I don't know the book's name as of right now, but I'll remember it. But he read a book sometime in probably the last few years, and he's trying to use some tactics in this talk that he had a couple of nights ago. So let's get to it. See what Brian has to say. This is always going to be something with him, but just know going in, he dislikes Will because he's making all the money. He dislikes Turtle Boy because he's making all the money. It's about money. It's about the money, about how easy Turtle Boy and Will make money. That's what it's about. And also take notice that when he gets, if he gets the cash from Nan, how far she's went down. I think she gave him only $10. So something's going on. But so let's get to Brian. I made a nice little song about him, all right? That's probably going to hurt his feelings. I don't care, but I mean, it's probably going to hurt his feelings. But let's start, and let's get to Brian from a couple of nights ago. Now, this song, just so you know, #1 in England. They really like that alternative rock sound. So this is Brian.
The glare of dew, they are pulling in the chain, they're getting all the checks, while Brian's over here just turning into a wreck. He doesn't care if videos are actually quite good, he just wants that cash flow coming to his neighborhood. Oh, Brian at LTL, the talentless king, can't script the video, can't dance, can't sing, he's jealous of the turtle and glamour and the money they make, while crying to his subs with a smile so fake. Yeah, Brian at LTL checking the stats, drowning in his envy like a bunch of crying cats. He logged onto the internet and found a little site, bought a piece of plastic that he holds with all his might. An independent press pass shipped right to his door. Now Brian is a journalist, he isn't broke no more. Journalism degree, no ethics in his head, just copy pasting headlines from the stuff he never read. Step aside on media, he yells into the crowd, holding up a laminated badge so proud. Oh, Brian at LTL, the talentless king, can't script the video, can't dance, can't sing, he's jealous of the turtle and glass and the money they make, while crying to his subs with a smile so fake. Yeah, Brian at LTL checking the stats, drowning in his envy like a bunch of crying cats. Hey Brian, what's the scoop? What's the breaking news? Someone else is richer and I'm losing all my views. He's worried about the pockets of the people on the feed, blinded by the dollar signs and swallowed by the greed. The content for his subscribers is running out of room, while Brian plays reporter like a fella with the hoop. LTL Media with the breaking news is tied. Brian bought a press pass so he thinks he's Walter Cronkite. No talent, no debris, just a pocket full of spite. Keep watching subs, he needs your ching-ching tonight. Oh, now please give me some money so I don't look like a failure. Don't tell anyone I am a traitor because I believe I can still take Karen and lay her. Hey Brian, what's the scoop? What's the breaking news? Someone else is richer and I'm losing all my views. He's worried about the pockets of the people on the feed, blinded by the dollar signs and swallowed
welcome everybody to LTL Media. You know, people get on here and they talk about what happened to the views. Where's your audience? What's going on, LTL? But here's a guy that's so insecure tonight. He had to go line up a show to counter stream me because he's afraid. He's afraid of what I found out. He's afraid of
Brian, come on. The insecurity is you, because that's all you're going to talk about is Will and Turtle Boy. Come on now. All right. And I'm telling you right now, there's no therapist that you're seeing is telling you it's okay to have streams like this with your mental health. I'm telling you that right now. Sometime in your life, something happened with this insecurity stuff. And now you're trying to come out of it by taking things head on, the stuff that you don't like. But it's eating you alive, Brian.
all the people that have been talking to me. Got a lot of information on Will Henry. I have,
you know, Brian, I somebody contacted me in your circle. Seriously. I don't know why they're contacting me, because I'm a small fish. But they contacted me with some things. And what you're saying that Will did, it's coming out that you might have done it. And you're saying that Will did it. Like crying to the reeds, wondering if they're mad at you. I don't know. That's what I've been hearing, Brian, that you were doing that. That you called Nathan up and said, what's going on? Are people mad at me? What's going on? No, Brian, they're not mad at you. They just think you're a creep because you took all those pictures and blew them up of Karen. And then you put them in your house. It's just a little weird, that's all. Okay?
Like an encyclopedia worth of stuff. Multiple people reaching out from all over the place. Maybe America, maybe across the pond.
Ooh, maybe across the pond they're reaching out. Ooh.
I don't know. Who'd you piss off, Will? Who in your inner circle is leaking information? They're talking. I mean, I don't know. Maybe TB called me the other day and gave me an hour conversation like he gave Nurse Kim. Maybe he wants to scrub you out. We're trying to scrub him out. I don't know. Maybe. Could be. We're going to get into that tonight. And I'll tell you, Will, I found out a lot of stuff about you. Your insecurities. You leech on to women.
Oh, he's describing himself, but he's putting it on Will. Okay.
And try to influence and manipulate them. I know a lot. And I know a lot about some things about the Reed Circle. I heard a lot, Will. And they've been talking. They have been talking. A lot of.
Yeah, see, I've heard a lot too, Brian, about you in the Reed Circle. Yeah. You better go back and check just to make sure. All right. You better go back and check.
People been coming to me.
You know, Brian probably is still so pissed off. You know what really bothers him? Because I heard that he was in a bar at the time that one of the streams happened, and he was watching Will, and then all of a sudden Karen Reed came on Will's stream. Remember that? The people that'll watch this? Remember when Karen Reed went on Will's channel? Twice, but one time Brian was in a bar and he saw it and he got so mad he left immediately. He was so mad. And I think it still bothers him that Karen Reed went on Will's show. It bothers him bad
lately since we started these streams. But it's interesting. I'm looking at my notes. There's a lot of notes, Will. I would be afraid who you're talking to in your inner circle because they're starting to crack.
Yeah, you better watch it too, Brian, because somebody's cracking on your end and they're telling some things. So you better go back and just look at yours too. Might be one person, might be two people, but I'm telling you right now, they're cracking, Brian. They're not as loyal as what you think. I'll tell you what, they're as loyal as you are as a friend. That's what they are. They're as loyal as you are. So let's figure that out.
They don't like what you did to their boy, trying to line him up the other day. And we're going to get into that stream, and we're going to talk about that stream. I got a couple other things I want to address tonight, too. Nurse Kim, we're going to talk about the Jess apology. A lot of people have been coming to me, and they're going, LTL, have you heard about Jess's apology? And I've been working. I didn't hear. I think she's
No, you heard about it, Brian. Come on, stop that.
spoken multiple times about me today, but I went back and found the first actual stream. Let me turn my light up here. The first actual stream that she did an apology. And I want to go over that tonight. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it. And I'll give you my thoughts on all of that. But let's look up here first and start it off with June. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Rando came in. Rando supporter. He said, start the match, or she said, start the match. $5. Appreciate that. Kelly, thank you so much for $4.99. Match the energy. I love that. Thank you so much. And that's the thing, is that I don't hide behind a paywall. I do this out in the open, Will. Why don't you just have an open conversation? Why do you have to trick people out of memberships? Oh, I know why. Because that,
First of all, Brian, you do it out in the open because you don't have enough people subscribed to do what Will's doing. And that pisses you off too. It just pisses you off so much that you can't do it. So you go, I'm out in the open. I play these out in the open. I played out in the open too. But Will's making money, Brian, in those petties. He's making money. He's pulling home some cash. That's what it's all about with you.
that's your rent money. This is how you keep that popcorn ceiling over your head. And I heard about your previous, I heard a lot about your previous domicile, if you want to call it that, the room in the basement. Someone told me about that. And it was a house that you lived in, but it wasn't your house. It was a friend of yours' house, but it wasn't a friend of yours' house. It was a friend's mom's house. You lived in her basement.
Oh, okay. All right. A friend of a friend of a friend's mom's house. Okay. All right. So we're going to crack on Will for that. All right. All right.
Basement, and your friend didn't even live there. You asked to shack up. Hey, can I live in the basement? I need a place to stay. And I heard all about that story. And then finally, you picked up your big boy pants, you put them on, you tied your shoelaces, and you finally got out of the house, out of your friend's basement, which is so embarrassing, and got that popcorn ceiling apartment that you.
You know what's really embarrassing, Brian, is your friend, Jess Machado. She moved into her mom's house and put her mom in the basement. You going to talk about that too? Or just Will tonight? Probably just Will, I bet. Because the Will and Turtle Boy are the only ones that bother you. Everybody else is okay in your book. But boy, Will and Turtle Boy, they're making the money. They're making that money and you don't like it.
Live in now, and you need that cash. You need that money. You need those memberships, and you need.
That's all he's doing, though, Brian. He's not working 2 jobs. No. So his job is YouTube. So he needs the money to pay for his apartment. So what? What's the crime? I don't get it. You wanted money to get a studio. You thought you were so big in the beginning that you needed a studio and you wanted everybody to pay for that studio. What happened to that studio? What is this that you're in now? Is this a spare bedroom or hallway? What are you in right now? You know, you're not in that studio that you wanted, that you were paying a couple of grand a month or whatever. I mean, come on, Brian. You wanted people to pay for that. And you're cracking on Will because he's making money to pay for his apartment? Wow.
Need Turtle Boy. You
Insecurity.
do. You tried testing it the other day. You wanted to see where you sat with the Turtle Riders. But like I said, that pissed off a lot of riders. Maybe some of them got in contact with me. Maybe someone, maybe a few people. I don't know. Maybe someone across the pond. Maybe someone here in America reached out to me and told me about all of your insecurities.
You already told us that. Move on. Let's go to the next part.
And all the things that you do to manipulate people. You call, you scream, you yell, and then you cry and ask for forgiveness. I've heard.
Brian, we all know you're a crier. Come on now. Stop it. Stop it. Who do you cry? I wonder how much you cry to Nan. How much does she rub your head then? I bet there's a lot going on there.
it all, Will. I heard it all. They told me. Rose, thank you so much for the $4.99. I said, match, choose next. Love that. Thank you. Laferio, Nan, thank you so much. $5. Appreciate you being in here. She said, matching the rando. Thank you. Natalie.
$5. Nan's getting a little cheap. You know, she told me on X, I said, when are you going to send me something? She goes, I don't do lost causes. Oh, well, you're kind of showing that you're really dipping on old Brian here. Is he starting to be a lost cause? Maybe.
Jumping in, $10 says, here's for a toothbrush and paste, Brian. Teeth are important. They are very important. They are very important. I actually have to have some dental work done in a couple of weeks, and I'm actually excited about it because I get to add to this beauty. Unlike
he said that. He really said that. Add to this beauty. He really said that. Take that cap off. Let's look at that. Let's look at that rug. We're in the front. You can tell you could just pick it up. There's a high wind. That thing's off your head. Nan probably rubs it, pushes it back down. Come on, Brian. Seriously. Picking on somebody the way they look? What is wrong with you? Your therapist really believes that you should do this? The one that you're out there you got to meet with because Turtle Boy almost pushed you over the edge. Turtle Boy wanted you, you wanted to go play in traffic and then you wanted to jump from a building. Brian, your upbringing, something happened in your upbringing and it wasn't your brother's incident. There's something with you, buddy, and it's bad. And we got to work it out.
Like someone that doesn't have very good hygiene. I mean, can you imagine just kissing those teeth? Look at that.
Whoa. Did you just say that? Can you imagine kissing those teeth? What are you doing thinking about Will and kissing his teeth? What is going on with you, Brian? You are a little weirdo, aren't you? You are.
You're a wee man.
You're a weird man. Brian, what is wrong with you? Can't believe he said that. Can you imagine kissing? No, I can't. I never thought about it.
Looks like he's been chewing on lock washers. That horrible gingivitis, dental gingivitis mouth. Oh, man, I can only imagine. I don't even.
Why are you imagining it anyway? That's the question. Okay? That's the real question.
Want to imagine. It's that bad. It's really that bad. But let's get into this. I want to talk about Nurse Kim the other day. Nurse Kim came out, did a little bit of a truth journey on her channel. I think that people saw this as a opportunity, and I have to say it was very touch and go. Now that I actually gone back and actually could kind of absorb the stream a little bit, it was very touch and go. And obviously she was talking about Aiden Turtleboy Carney and the possible separation and moving on, and kind of telling her truth journey and all of this and all the wrongs and that she stuck up for him and said all this stuff. And remember, she was involved in Recording Gate. That is a fact. And I think people gave her kind of a little
what he's doing right here is he's forcing Kim. Okay, this is what he's doing. He is forcing Kim to doubt her own side, her own decision. This is what he's doing. And he thinks that this is healthy.
You're going to go out on your own. You're going to be okay. You have an audience. You're pulling away. I think people were pulling for her. And then come to find out, according to Aiden, from what people are telling me that he talked about on stream, that he got an hour phone call with Nurse Kim, and they basically patched
you got one too.
Everything up. And I got to say, Kim, I can't tell you what to do, but I think that you can see the pattern. And I hope that something, the thing that scares me for you, and I think others, because I always look at, what are the communications that you guys have between all your devices? And obviously in the Gretchen Voss article just recently, in the last couple of days, they talked about that potentiality and allegedly that wiretap. And it is out there and it has allegedly been shared online. And I look at this and I would just hate to see if you're in any type of communication or talking about that. Because I'm going to tell you, don't think for one moment that he wouldn't roll over on you in 2 seconds and flip out those text messages to save himself.
See, that's what he's trying to do right there. Putting that doubt that he's going to roll on Kim. Going to roll on everybody. Brian, he don't like you. That's why he is the way he is with you. He don't like you because look at you. You're a jealous insecurity. The insecurities with you are just massive. They always have been massive with you. Always. You've talked about everybody from day one, wondering how they're making money, wondering how they're doing this, how they're doing that, because you're better. You're better than them. So how are they doing it? Brian, you're not. You're not better.
And I get it. You know, you probably don't want the smoke. You probably don't want the heat. You probably want the subscribers. You probably still want the donations. And it's just easier to walk back at this point. But I'm going to tell you, he's going to do it to you again. Everybody that comes into his world in a positive light, he ruins that relationship. And you've seen it multiple times over and over and over and over again. So there's really no walking back. You know, this might...
I see you. You're the one that kind of ruins relationships. I see you're the one. Who do you stick with? JFK show off? Oh, man, that's a friend. Got Nan. Ooh, there's a friend. Got Crawford. 2 peas in a pot right there. Come on. Come on, Brian. You need to go on a truth journey here. But you can't tell the truth. No.
Work for a little while, he's going to catch you up again, or you're going to get caught up in something. Benefiting from you, he will cut you again. And it was like kind of weird. I'm watching the stream and I can almost see like that disappointment on your face that you thought that everything that he said and spoke to you was genuine, because he doesn't have a genuine bone in his body. Everything is always a business transaction. What can you do for me, and what can I get out of you? And then when I'm done, I will.
Brian, isn't that what you did in the beginning when you said that you would help Turtle Boy when he was in jail? That's pretty much you. I will help you. But in the meantime, you were thinking, boy, if I help him, look what I'm going to get out of it. I'm going to get subs. That's what you were doing. Everything you've talked about so far is you. And that, I guess maybe that's where your insecurities come from, because you can't trust yourself.
Shed you. And he tested it afterwards. He wanted to try to put you on alert when he said, remember, you're dead to me. I won't talk about you. We're going to move on. And then the very, very next day after you do your truth journey, what did he do? He pulled up your stream and started going through it, morning audience. And that was to scare you. Have fun. I hope it works out. I think that you could have stood on your own. You have an audience. You've obviously grown an audience. I don't think you're quite there yet. So that's really all I have to say.
Nurse Kim, I really don't think you're there yet. But you could have handled it on your own. But I really don't think you're there yet. You're not like me. You're not like Brian. No, LTL Media. No. You're not quite there, Kim. Is this guy pathetic or what?
Hey, about that.
You know, Brian, 500 subs, that's all I have. You know, I'm not there yet. But, you know, Turtle Boy's not making me do this. No. It's because I watched you once, just because I thought, all right, let's see what, maybe he's changed. And then I got into this and I was like, wow. He hasn't changed at all. Still that insecurity guy that we saw in the beginning. The same one that sat out there, like I said, I was watching Tommy CPU. One of your first times down at the courthouse. And Tommy wanted you to go do something. And you were like, no, I can't go. I got to stay right here. If I leave here, I'll get kicked out. And I won't see Karen up close. That's where she was barking with the lawyers and that before they walked into court. Yeah, you did that. You're like, no, I can't go. I got to stay here because I'll get kicked out. If I leave, I'll get kicked out. But you're the one then that says, well, the Reeds wanted me. The Reeds wanted me.
Let's look at the Jess stream the other day. Let's play through this and then we'll get to Will Henry tonight.
Can't wait for this one. Let's watch Jess Machado. Wow. She had a flare up. with lupus, couldn't go to work, but she's going to go on vacation, sit in the sun, enjoy vacation, gamble a little bit, try to get mom to remortgage the house.
And talk a lot more about Will Henry. But I want to play through this. And this was the first notation that someone made to me that Jess had made an apology. And we'll go through this. Let's see. All right, let me play through this. I'll give you my reaction.
And I've never felt more confident standing by that. I 100% stand by that Baker shit. I have no fucking.
Why can't she fix her microphone? She's making all this money. Why can't she fix her microphone in the car? Why can't she just get one of those nice little, I don't know, it's a Rode little lapel mic that she could pin right on her sweater, and while she's driving, plug it into her iPhone or whatever phone she has, and it would sound so much better. This is so thin and so screechy. I mean, and then to add her voice to it, it's tough. But I made it through the other night, and we're going to make it through again.
Regrets on it. None. And now everybody sees that he's a creep. And now other people are like, oh, yeah, he was always a creep. I just didn't want to say it. Thanks for saying it. He's a creep. He's a weirdo. I don't know, man. Like, I'm not a really, great person. I got a ton of fucking flaws.
Oh.
I'm not perfect. I'm not.
You can say that over and over and over again, Jess. Say it over and over. I don't think we all heard it. We all know it, but I don't think we all heard you say it.
Perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect.
Thank
I'm
you.
not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. There's a lot of fucking bad shit about me. Really, there really, really is. I'm just going to tell you something.
Okay.
Why does this whole community have to settle for
I think that's one thing that we need to stop using. And I hear this a lot too with Will. I hear this community word all the time. So there's no community. You might have your own community.
Come on, Brian. You got a community. You got JFK. All right. And Jimmy Jack, Kevy Kev, Jay Brill, Nan, Mike Crawford. Who else is there? You're trying to recruit Jess right now. You're getting closer and closer, but so you have your community. You might be the leader. Boy, you'd like that, huh? Wouldn't you, Brian? You'd like to be the leader.
Community. The FKR movement was fractured a long time ago, and it's I look at it as it's very sad, that we're in this position. I think that there's a lot of people out there that could do a lot better, but it's crazy because it's gotten to this point, and this is where I look at it, and we'll play through this, and this is where I look at it and say,
See, what happened, though, Brian, is that the reason why it's fractured is all you, and I'm going to put you in there, JFK, you, Nan. You guys thought you could take the shot at the king, at Turtle Boy. You thought you could take that shot. And what happened? You divided people. And that's fine. But the big core of those people are still Free Karen Reed and Free Turtle Boy. As much as you hate that, but it's true. But you all tried to divide everything, and you were good with some of people that follow you that hate Turtle Boy and think Karen Reed's guilty. I mean, you and Crawford are 2 clicks away from being Karen Reed's guilty. The only thing that is stopping you from saying Karen Reed is guilty is you are so infatuated with her. That's the only thing that's stopping you, because you really think you have a chance with her.
Hey, well, why did it take so long for some of these people to come around? Why did it go to the brutality that it did? I was ultimately harassed.
Well, because you guys started the name calling. JFK calling Turtle Boy names, Adderall King and whatever, and tuberculosis. I can't even say it. So, I mean, come on. You need to stop. It's crazy the way you're pointing all this out. And a lot of it is just you and Crawford and JFK.
Or months, 8, 9, 10 months, maybe close to a year. Nan Gallagher, great friend of mine, over and over and over again, not by just one person, but my multiple fucking people on multiple channels. The shit that she had to literally repel and shield and deal with on a daily basis.
She never did anything.
The mental totality.
Right? Nan never did anything, right? Nan is an innocent person in all this. She's never went after anybody, right? Right.
Of all of that. But it's like, why now, after 8, 9 months of this shit, we're gonna have an epiphany and just say, well, I think that I'll put out an apology. And I think that this could have been something. If you were angry at me, I would have been ultimately open to solving this. This is what people do. This is what friends do. This is what associates do. You have a private conversation. You handle it like adults. And I don't know, maybe you did want to use this for 9 months for content. Maybe there was someone behind the streams that was gassing you up and making you do this, being an influence on you, saying push the buttons. I don't know. Jess and I have never had that conversation. Would I be open into it someday? Yeah, if she wanted to have a conversation about it, I would love to hear more about. And I think there is more deeper things to this story. But let's listen.
Guy like Aiden and the men that he surrounds himself with. Why is that? Why do we have to deal with that? I'm a really great person. I got a ton of fucking flaws. I'm not perfect. There's a lot of fucking bad shit about me. I'm just gonna tell you something. Why does this whole community have to settle for a guy like Aiden and the men that he surrounds himself with? Why is that? Why do we have to deal with that?
We don't. Do your thing. Cultivate your audience if that's what you want to do. Make content. Make the content that's going to make you happy. Stop worrying about.
Make the content that's going to make you happy, like I'm doing right now. Right, Brian? Like you're doing. Make the content that's going to make you happy. You, Clockin', Will, Turtle Boy, and just, it's all what's in your head. So do the things that make you happy. Right, Brian? This makes you happy. Talking about Will and Turtle Boy. That is your happy place.
What they're doing. See, tonight, Will is very worried about what I'm doing. That's why he's doing a scam.
He's worried about you, but he's not doing it in the open. He's doing it behind the paywall. And he's worried about you. If he was worried about you, wouldn't he keep it so everybody could see it? Wouldn't he do that if he was worried about you and then go head to head with you and see what happens? I mean, I don't think he's worried about your 260 people that were watching you live. Come on, Brian. You read a book, and I can't think of the book's name because I read the book. And it was all on, the book was all on coercive propaganda. That's what it was. And I can't remember the book's name. I just don't remember it. But you read the book. I know you did. Or at least somebody told you about the book, like Nan. And you are using that tactic right now. It's almost like you're trying to be like this psychology major where you're going to put the warfare on everybody, like Will, trying to, get his mind going that, people are talking about him. I mean, Brian, really? Something happened to you growing up. I don't know what it is. It'd be a good story, though.
Stream on his channel. He's probably playing this for his audience. Don't worry, we're gonna hit him with some music, Will. Don't worry. I'm gonna hit you with some music tonight.
Right.
He is so worried that he had to start a scam stream, so he makes his audience pay and acts like a 4-year-old.
He acts like a 4-year-old because he asked his audience to pay. Or he acts like a 4-year-old because he's probably talking behind that paywall. Is that what you're thinking? And you're thinking, boy, I'd like to watch that. You probably got it on right now. You probably got it on your phone. You probably pay a month, don't you? I bet you do.
And it's the Tennessee tuna can lip takeover. Because I'm going to tell you secretly, TB, this fucking guy is waiting for you to go to jail. That's what he wants. Because then he knows he's got free reign.
Isn't that what you and Crawford are hoping? that Turtle Boy goes to jail. That's what you and Crawford are hoping. You guys did one today. I watched a little bit of it. That's all it talked about, is you want him to go to jail. Is that why you want him to go to jail? So you can take over some of those people, cultivate them into LTL Media subs?
In that community.
You know, you can't say that Will's acting like a 4-year-old when you're giving him all this credit about what he's doing and what he's trying to do. Because you're saying he acts like a 4-year-old, but then you're almost calling him a genius at the same time.
And guess what's going to happen? He's going to suck up all that money. That's why he hangs on to you. That's why he wants you around. But he did that.
But all this money is what it's all about with you. It's about the money, what they're getting paid. It bothers you. Brian, guess what? I'm not getting paid nothing. Nothing. And it doesn't motivate me. What motivates me is you being so dumb. That motivates me.
Test back on June 16, 2026. Let's test the theory. Let's see how far we can take this. Then let's get him up on stream. And guess what? When he had you up on stream, the memberships and the super chats just kept pouring in. Do you think this guy really gives a shit about you? To say, yeah, TB all the way, justice for John, justice for Karen. I'm there, TB. I'm with you, bro. It's a front.
Why is that? Why do we have to deal? Why is that the best we can do? I don't know. Like, I'm actually frustrated. We go all the way to December on this fucking shit. I'm just, ugh. You know, and then there's the other comments about, like, me, like, going.
You know, $10,000 she said she was making a month or something like that. Seriously, put something back into the microphone. Man.
On the side of Meredith or whatever. Meredith fucking put up some shitty fucking stuff about me because of the video and stuff. But, like, I don't co-sign all the shit that Meredith did. I'm fucking nuts. It's a ton of shit I don't agree. Most of it I.
And Jess, don't ask Brian about the studio, all right? About creating your studio. Just do it on your own. You're just as smart as he is. Actually, you worked in radio, you said at one time, so you should know a little bit about audio. A lot more than he does. I mean, he's got a nice Shure mic, I believe it is, and his sounds like it's in a tunnel because he doesn't understand how to take care of the room that he's in. So don't listen to him either, all right? Just go and do some research. Google it.
Don't agree with. But I apologized about the 5150 comment. I asked people not to use it. The chat has been wonderful about it. That's it. It's the least I can do to try to move forward. Honestly, it's a situation none of us should even have been involved in. We should have never been involved in that shit.
Was someone pulling the strings? I think there's more to the story.
So, I don't know. Just tired of it. I'm tired of the shit I'm hearing. The way that Aiden and Paul have been talking and Will have been talking about people is just fucking gross, dude. I want to do it. I want to do a stream like that. I want to be gross. I'm not.
You do a stream like that, Jess. Every single day you do a stream like that. Unbelievable.
Scared of Aiden. I've never been scared of Aiden. I'm not afraid of him. I've never done anything to him. I was a good friend. I did a lot of fucking shit for him. It was very fucking.
Isn't it funny how all these people just don't realize that they have channels? They have the subs that they do because of Aiden. I just think that's funny that they believe that they did this all on their own. It's crazy. You know, if Turtle Boy would endorse my channel, do you think I'd be treating him like this? But what happens is that you all of a sudden start believing that you're the reason. And you have to be the reason because your egos take over. And it's like you look in the mirror and go, God darn it, I am good. I am the best. You don't think about what it was in the beginning when Turtle Boy helped. Jess can say all she wants that it all started on Twitter, but that wasn't it. Turtle Boy helped.
One-sided. I've never fucking did shit to that guy. It was.
It's funny because I heard kind of the same thing on Nurse Kim's stream the other day. I mean, line it up. It's like the same stuff over and over again. It's a pattern. This is why I go back to Nurse Kim. Like, do you not think that this guy's not going to do this to you again? You know, it's always, like I said, it's always transactional. It's always a benefit thing. What can you do for me? So he probably needs you right now. And he got some shit. He got a lot of shit in his chat. And I was reading one of these tweets or a comment that someone left on his video. Someone said, Shelly Max 7597 commented on him going over the Nurse Kim video. And it says, I like the old turtle boy. You are not the same person you were during both Karen Reed trials. We know that you have a lot of charges, but you have alienated people who have supported you. It's not good to burn a bridge, and a mature adult understands that. So it's a transaction. Let's clean it up for a little bit. But when he feels that he gets the upper hand and that audience comes back, and I don't know, maybe she fucks up and does something that they don't like and start getting on her. That's where he's going to seize his opportunity and push you out, push her aside. And you got the Mark Betterow factor too. You know, Mark Betterow likes Nurse Kim, and maybe he chirped in TB's ear. Yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. All right, let's keep playing here.
Not fucking fake. That was like, again, 1,000 times I've talked about this. That's me healing my fucking issues I had with him from years ago. Me saying, you can get over this. You don't have to have hate towards a person that did something so terrible to you. You can move past it. You can see the good in them. And also, like, me feeling like this makes me the better person by pushing past it and working alongside of him and supporting him or whatever. It was all this big thing in my brain that, like, it's coming full circle. Like, he wrote shit about you and it made you fucked in the head and it caused you so much grief and people
Jess, you're going through more now than what Turtle Boy ever did to you in that article. You're online on X. People are worse to you than Turtle Boy ever was. Ever was. And look at you. Still worried about a story that he wrote, 7 years ago? You don't care about that. You're just holding it against him. That's all. That's all you're doing. It's crazy. Unbelievable.
fucking in your community fucking made fun of you over it, blah, blah.
Isn't it funny that Brian's actually playing, this? Because as much as he don't like Jess, it's crazy.
But you don't have to take revenge, Jessica. You can just heal. And then isn't it ironic? Isn't it such a great twist that you work on the side of him? And I was proud of myself. I was proud of finding those feelings where I didn't care. He'll downplay that. He'll downplay it. He'll say that that story was nothing. It was way more than the way he'll ever talk about it. Way more. It's the first time ever in my fucking life that I had people fucking talking about me the way that they were talking about me in a community where I was a mother and
It's worse now, Jess. It's worse now. Have you looked at X? Oh, that's right. You're off until August 10th, until after vacation, because you couldn't take no more. That's right. Stop the Turtle Boy stuff, all right? Stop.
wife, and I was just doing my own fucking shit. You fucking fucked with my reputation. That shit, you think it's not a big deal? It is.
And you got such a great reputation right now, right? Your reputation was so far up here. I thought Reddington was going to come on isn't that the lawyer's name? I think that's his name. I thought he was coming on your stream. What happened to that? You promote that he's coming and then he doesn't go on your stream? What's going on? Is that part of that whole reputation? You're up here. Or did you catch him at the casino or something, or over a drink, and he was half lit, and he was telling you he was going to come on the show?
So for me, it was always my God tells me that this is the path. This is the way to do it. Move forward. Can you imagine giving him that grace and then he fucking turns on me because I said the broken baker fucked a fleshlight when he got in it? Can you imagine? Can you full fucking circle, dude? Who are the people that fucking interviewed me? Sandpiper, you want to do a part 2? Let's do a part 2. Uh-oh. Let's follow up on that.
And we know about that documentary coming out supposedly on Netflix. And what's that supposed to hit next month?
Yeah.
What did Jess say to Sandpaper about Aiden Carney? She's asking for a part 2 right now.
No good deed goes unpunished. best part of anything that was said this weekend is at some point this man literally had the audacity to use the word like emotional manipulation after he famously on our exit interview was like, don't cry, you're emotional.
You were. That was definitely manipulation. And thank goodness Turtle Boy didn't fall for it.
You're emotionally manipulating me. That is some wild shit. I think you should apologize to everybody. I think you should apologize to me. I think you should apologize to Kim. Everybody asks me to apologize. Apologize to me. Say you're sorry. Apologize to Kim.
The last
Can
thing it's gonna happen.
appreciate the apology. I just don't know if I could accept it right now. I think there's a lot more. There's a lot of damage that a lot of.
Brian, they weren't talking about you getting an apology. They weren't talking about you. So don't say that. Because if Turtle Boy apologizes to you, whew, that would hurt him, I think. Because everybody knows what you're all about. And I think that would hurt him. If he came in and said, oh, Brian, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, man. That would be a story.
People took in the wake of all of this that went on for months. People that supported these people, that supported their channels, supported their causes, financially supported them. And what did they get in return? They got a handbasket with a ball of shit in it and relentless attacks day after day after day on the internet. Their names, their kids, their addresses, their businesses. That's what you got. And there was a lot of people as that was going on. A lot of people stayed silent. They didn't say anything. I didn't really say much in return. And I sat here for almost 9 months and took a bag of shit every day. Right. Yeah, I mean that's a good point, Kim. You know, and that's the thing is like, you know, I didn't expect anything out of that. I didn't want anything out of that. The thank you was good enough. And I didn't ask for anything. I didn't ask for any money. I didn't ask for any merchandise. I just went to his team and said, what can we do?
Went to his team, hoping that you could turn him onto your channel. I wanted nothing, no merch, no money. But Brian thought, oh, if I can get some people to my channel, I'm going to make some ching. And Turtle Boy don't know what I'm doing. That's what it was.
To help Aiden while he's in jail. Can we continue to raise money for him? And then we had that one fundraiser stream. I think we raised like $7,000 in 2 hours for him. And then I kept continuously doing fundraising streams for him, you know? And then what did I get in return? Oh, LTL bad. That's it. It's over. Same thing with Mike Crawford. Young jerks.
Yeah, you guys worked hard for him. Wow. Just like working hard for Karen Reed. You guys did it all. We did it, Tommy. We did it. We did it. Me and you, Tommy. We did it.
Young jerks bad because Mike tried to give him some advice. Guess what happened, a week ago?
Why would you want to take advice from Crawford anyway? Oh, I've been doing this so long, man. My channel, my this. Oh, yeah. The guy's a horrible interviewer. Horrible. But he thinks he's the best. Oh, I work for Howie Carr. I know how to interview people. I bring political people on. I brought Afro Man on. Best interview ever. Biggest flop ever.
Charges announced out of New Jersey. And Mike was trying to tell him, 6 months ago? It's probably not.
Yeah, but there's something there. Something don't smell right in that New Jersey thing. I'm telling you right now, something's not right. And I think when it comes out, I think we're probably not going to be surprised. I'm just going to say that.
The best thing to harp on. And I was right about a lot of these people. What have they turned into? Shitbags. When I came in contact with people that I thought were good people, I wanted to steer them in the right direction. I already clocked Will the Glare. I fucking knew.
Oh, yeah, you knew. You knew. Yep. You knew. Just like I knew you, Brian. That day when I saw you on that stream with Tommy CPU, when you were standing on that part of the property that where Karen parked. I clocked you immediately who you were. Immediately. You were trying to do whatever you can to get subs off of everybody else. And then you made it look like, oh, I'm doing so much. Oh, I'm doing so much.
who he was. I clocked that guy in 2 seconds. I knew he was a piece of shit. I was trying to steer people in the right direction of fucking going around him. My eyes opened wide at that first Karen Reed benefit in Fall River after the first trial. And I walked in that room and not one.
Why do you got that fake accent? You know, you could talk for a long time without that accent, then all of a sudden you gotta lay it on thick. What is up with that?
One fucking person said anything to me and I went, okay, I know now. And what was that all about? Were you angry that I used to talk to the Reeds? Before we get to this, Jay is asking, Brian, serious question. Why don't you?
No, Brian, you're angry though that Karen Reed went on Will's stream. You're real angry about that. You went to the Reeds and asked them what the F is going on. You did that because you got so mad when you saw Karen Reed on his stream. You did that. Will didn't do anything. You did it. That's when you went, oh, what's wrong? Did I do something wrong? Come on, Nathan, tell me. They think you're a weirdo, Brian. They think you're a creep.
You just take the high road versus engaging in the same behavior of name calling and language. I think it's the point that
But that's what you're doing, Brian. You're doing all the name calling and everything. But you're blaming on everybody else. Why do you do that? You're so easy to go over. That's why I decided to do this. And yes, I cut out a lot. I cut out some things with you because the ahs and the ums and all this kind of stuff and that, stupid, thinking that Will said this or said that. I got rid of that stuff because that didn't mean anything. I cut your stream down from it was 2.5 hours down to like an hour and a half.
get to talk about this. I've held a lot of this shit in for a very long time, and there's a lot of things that I need to say now. And I don't want to call this like a truth journey or anything like that. It's time to start calling out all of these shitbags that have duped you. Have you donated any money to those channels? Think about that.
Yeah, I do. The channels that I like, I do donate money to. I don't ask for it in return. I got my thing on the bottom. They're running because everybody else does it. So I don't want to be left out. Plus, it pisses people off. People like you, Brian, that think somebody with 500 subs shouldn't be able to do anything. Because you're better. Because you got all those subs. I don't understand 60,000 subs. I think the last time I checked, right? 60 plus. And you only get 200 at one time, 296 in your chat. I mean, I don't get anything hardly. A lot of it's a replay because it's late at night now and everything, and everybody's worn out from all the other streams. Plus, I'm going up against, I think Kasi G's on, which I didn't see that until late, or else I would have probably put this off until tomorrow morning. But I started it now, so I have to keep going, right? And it's about you. And, you only get the people listening that are, excited about what you're doing in content. I guess you're kind of worn out because it's not helping. But I like it. So I'm doing this for myself. That's what I like doing this for myself. Because I show how much of an idiot you are.
That, Jay. Have you sent Will Henry a super chat, a $5 super chat? Have you signed up for a membership on his channel? He's scamming you, and he's scamming Turtle Boy out of money. And you don't think that motherfucker's sitting there waiting? Aiden gets picked up and goes to jail?
Because I think Turtle Boy's making pretty good money whenever they have something for him. Just so everybody knows, I got the code up there in the right-hand corner. When you're looking at it, that's for Turtle Boy. Yeah, I put that up there, Brian. Bet you hate that, huh? Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you pass this on to people so that they can subscribe. Hopefully we get to 1,000 people someday. I just want to get to the point where I can have 250 people in the views, and so I can say, Brian, look at that. I got 250 people, and I don't have 60,000 subs. That's what I'd like to get to. It's my goal.
The minute that happens, he's going to play the sympathy thing on his channel and go, oh, he's in jail. This is crazy. We got to help him. What can we do? And then he knows he's going to get more riders to come over on his channel, and he might pop up and do those Turtle Boy fundraisers. But when he's angry, what is...
Doesn't it sound just like a jealousy thing when he's talking? I don't know. Tell me. Sounds to me, it's just like a jealousy thing. That's all it is. He's so hateful. And that jealousy is just clouding everything in his brain. Everything. But he's been like that since day one. There's a person that's talking to me that told me that he was like that from day one. When somebody would talk about somebody, he would say, I don't know how they're getting subs. I don't know how they're doing it. Because I'm better than that. And I can't get the subs like that. And he continues to believe that. How did he get his 60,000 subs? Bet you Turtle Boy was a part of that. How is he keeping them? Well, some of them probably just forgot that they're subbed. And they haven't They should. Because he needs to go back down to about 500 just to get a dose of reality. Then you'd see him crying.
What's he going to do? He's going to lure in all the turtle riders on his channel and say, pay me money for memberships. And then I'm going to go behind a paywall and let you watch me act like an 8-year-old. And I'm going to steal your money. I'm going to take your...
You said 4-year-old before. You said 4-year-old. So he's aging. Will's aging right now. 4 to 8 he went to.
Money from you. It's a scam because he needs that money to pay for his loan.
It's his only job, Brian. This is his work, to go on YouTube and give great content to people. And they pay for that. Brian, that's what you're trying to do when you get your super chats and everything else. It's the same thing. You're grifting just like him. You're calling out him without looking at you.
Destitute popcorn ceiling apartment out in the middle of fucking Tennessee, the Tennessee woods. It's a sideshow. The whole like justice for John, he uses justice for John O'Keefe. We're doing this for Karen Reed. First Amendment free speech.
First of all, justice for John O'Keefe, yes. I don't know if anybody needs to do anything for Karen Reed anymore. I think Karen Reed's okay. I mean, she might need some money like they're saying, but Karen Reed could be making money now. She could have been making money since last year when she was acquitted. She's a money girl. She could have been making money. But she wants, I don't know what's going on, why she wants everybody to donate. I guess it's easier than going out and making money. I don't know. For her, you would think, though, with the money brain that she has, the number brain that she has, she could make the money. And I'm sure she is going to make money. So it's probably a little bit harder for her to get people to donate right now. I don't know. You know, maybe Turtle Boy could help a little bit with that. I don't know. But I think people are worn out with Karen Reed wanting money. She's not guilty. So now she's got the civil trial. She's going to make her own money. All right. There's a lot of money to be made with Karen Reed. A lot of it.
Speech. It's a scam. Everything that these people, and I have the notes. Well,
but Brian, you're a scam too. If you call somebody else a scam, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, and you're scamming too.
You depend on memberships, the donations, your petty streams are to pay for your rent and maintain your apartment. You experience intense emotional swings. You call people, you yell at them during disagreements, and then you play. It's a cycle of abuse, Will, and then you apologize.
See, this is what it is. It's all malicious propaganda. That's what he's doing. It's what he's doing. Fabricating. He's fabricating everything. Fabricating fake reports, letters, claiming the person is bad, and the people are mad. Watch your circle, Will. Watch your circle. Somebody's talking. Watch your circle. And then he doesn't want, and he's telling them, don't believe what the people around you. Malicious propaganda. That's what it is. Coercive propaganda. Brian's trying to be a smart guy. It's not going to work, but he's trying.
Apologize, and then you cry, and then you seek forgiveness. It's the same thing you do with Nan in those text messages. Oh, I'm a bag of shit. Sorry about that. I flipped out. Oh, I'm a bag of shit. Cycle of abuse, buddy. You're a creep. And fix your teeth. Do something fucking respectful once in your life.
The last thing I'm going to say is Aiden's out here acting like he knows for a fact that he's going to get acquitted. And I'm not really sure that person is thinking about the scenario where he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay.
Well,
He'll just find a new group of people to like bring in and bring up and do his bidding, and it's fine. You'll be replaced. Who are the new females taking the place?
Right.
Who's the new Kim? Who's the new Jessica? Who's the new Altman? Yesterday, Nan dropped into my comment section.
Jessica, you're a little weird. I think you wanted Turtle Boy in a different way. I really do. I think in that mind of yours, you believe that you're this beauty queen. And like Brian, you believe that you could have had Turtle Boy, and Brian believes he could have had Karen Reed. I truly believe that's what's in your mind. That's what makes you angry. But, there's other problems there too. You two need to get together and talk. I bet you guys could figure out a lot.
And she was like, apologize to Brian, Mike, like a whole list of people she needed to apologize to or whatever. Like, and I counterpointed it, and I was like, and I actually hated myself for it because it was like paragraphs of like me being like, well, this person is like, whatever. The only person who never said anything about me before I said something about them is Brian.
And you know what that's called? That's called loyalty. Because I saw you.
It's Brian. You know what that's called, Jess? You know what that's called? It's called loyalty. Something that I don't have. But it's called loyalty. Because I read it. I know it.
As a good person. I already clocked the other people. I already figured them out. And I wouldn't have called you, Jess, to come back on my show if at the time I didn't think you were a good person. And I did that because I wanted to highlight your talent. That's why I asked you.
No. You knew that she was getting subs. You knew that she was growing. And you thought, why not bring her in? See what kind of subs I can get. Brian, come on. You got to go on a truth journey. You really do.
To come back. That's why I enjoyed those shows during the first trial. We had great on-stream chemistry.
No, you didn't. You didn't have no on-stream chemistry. Come on. Don't you remember when you were crying with Nathan looking at Jess's face? That was funny, actually. Watching Jess's face at that time. This guy is something.
Chemistry, we were killing it. And that's why I asked you to come back.
Killing it. That's why I had to pay you, $500? Because we were killing it.
And that's why I had no problem when you told me, hey, I left the Fall River Reporter, or whatever happened with that. And you said, I got to get paid. I don't care. And that's the funny thing about it, too. Everybody made this big thing about, like, I paid her. Do you guys not realize some of the biggest fucking channels that I watch? Go watch No Jumper. They got millions of subscribers. That guy admits all day that he pays rappers and singers.
Yeah, but he's got millions. It's just like Pat McAfee. When they started talking about him paying Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy to come on his sports show. McAfee was making millions of dollars. So he wanted to share it. You were making nothing, Brian. Nothing. It's a little bit different.
And hip hop artists to come on his channel. People get paid when they go to podcasts. They got it. Some people need to make money for their time. Some people are there just for exposure. And I said to Jess, I had no problem paying you. And the funny thing is, after the contract ran out, I continued to pay her because I thought that she did a great job during that second trial streams. I had no problem doing that.
So out of the goodness of your heart, you kept paying her because she lost her job, right? Yeah.
Because I thought at the time that we were friends. Not in the friends of the sense of we called each other every day. Not in the sense that we were like going out and hanging out to dinner, but there was some type of understanding or friendship. And I don't know, maybe it was a business transaction for you. Maybe it was transactional. Maybe that's why all this got turned into what it did.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's called loyalty. And you,
Okay.
I mean, you gave me no reason to do any of that because I thought that everything was genuine. All right, let's keep playing here.
I've told the story 1,000 times. I didn't like the things that Brian was doing behind the scenes. I didn't like the way he was approaching things with Will.
But the funny thing about it is it all happened, Jess. I said those things to cue you at the time, to give you a audible cue, say, maybe I should probably memory bank this. I might not see it now, but then down the road, I can look back and say, Brian was right about these people. And guess what? I was right. I clocked all of them. I knew who they were. I felt their real intentions. And it all came down to money. To keep the most people, just like fucking Will Henry's doing right now.
Notice how this always comes back to the money. He's so mad that people are making money more than him. Nan gave you $5, Brian. Are you mad about that? Nan gave you $5. Maybe not. Maybe she bought that hair piece maybe for you, huh? Bet you she did. So you're probably not crying about the $5.
With his dumb membership stream scam right now, counter streaming over. I don't care. I don't care.
Will. But
you're literally a nobody. But I started clocking.
No, he's a nobody, but I'm going to keep talking about him. Keep telling everybody how much money he's making. But he's a nobody. I don't care. I don't care what he's doing. But let's talk about him some more.
These people and telling them probably member bank this because you're going to get fucked over by this person. And I was right about Will, Jess. And you just said, I don't like what he said, what he was doing about Will. Will's a piece of shit. He scammed a lot of people. He used to go to the Reed camp, communicate with people in the Reed camp and go, is everything okay?
No, you did that, Brian. Now, I'm not saying that Will didn't or whatever, because I don't know. The person that told me about you, that's what you were doing. That you were saying that. Is everything all right? Did I say something? I thought I was doing a good job, that you wanted me here. No, you wanted to be there, Brian. They didn't care. They didn't care at all. Now, they probably had to, save face and say, oh, yeah, Brian, you're doing a good job. Because they know how fragile you are. Because you'd have left there and probably went and played in traffic or jumped off a building. I mean, come on. You're talking about yourself right now.
Is Karen mad at me? Are you mad at me? Is this person mad at me? Phone calls, text messages over.
He does it so well, so you know it's him.
And over again. Are you mad at me? Fucking paranoid. Are you mad at me? Are they mad? Are they upset? I haven't heard anything. Are you upset at me? What's going on? Is Karen mad at me? Make sure you're showing I can't.
Is Karen mad at me? Brian, is that what you were saying? Karen mad at me? Come on. She can't be mad at me. I got her posters up in my bedroom. Come on. She's not mad at me. Karen can't be mad at me. Nathan, tell her not to be mad at me. Brian.
Here, I'm here. I just got to check in. Everything okay? Because he knows if he loses them, the scam goes away.
Yeah. But he got Karen Reed on his stream, Brian. Twice. Karen Reed went on Will DeGlare's stream during the trial. Brian. And she didn't go on yours, but you said that they wanted you around. So why didn't they give you the exclusive? What happened, Brian? You got to be mad at that. That must make you sick at night just thinking about that. I mean, if you're thinking about kissing Will, you got to be thinking about that.
He starts losing the support of the people in the community. The scam starts to water down, and he knows that. That's why he does these membership streams now, because he's not getting the super chats anymore. He's not getting those thousands and thousands of people, and you'll see it. He's going to do an Aiden fundraiser, get everybody. Yeah, Turtle Boy, great. Yeah, all right. $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 comes in, and then the next day he's going to pull up and he's going to do a Brian Petty stream.
Yeah. Exploitation of despair. That's Brian. What is it? Forcing people. into a state of, what is it, learned helplessness or something. Forget what it is. But at one point, you hope that they all stop resisting to what you're saying. You're trying to be so smart in this. So smart. And you're not, Brian. You're coming off as a whiny bitch. That's what you're coming off as. Jealousy. Insecurity. It's all right there in front of us. But you keep going because you think you're on to something.
A Mike Petty stream, and a Nan Petty stream, and a this Petty stream, and a that Petty stream. So you build everybody up with that fundraiser. Now I got him, and they're like, yeah, he's pro Turtle Boy. Let's go check out Willie's Petty stream. Memberships. Now I got you for 30 days. And you'll notice this in a cycle too, because a lot of people don't re-up their membership, especially if it's a free membership.
Do you know that for sure? That nobody's kept it up after 30 days? How do you know that, Brian?
So they'll drop, 10, 20, 30 memberships in there, 15, whatever it is. And then after that 30-day cycle and they drop off, he's going to look at his money and he's going to go, fuck, I'm only going to take in 900, or fuck, I'm only going to take in 1,000. I need more.
That's 1,000 more than what you're making, isn't it, Brian? And that's what bothers you.
Memberships, Petty stream, behind the paywall. Let's act like a 3-year-old. No, listen.
Wait a second. 4-year-old to 8-year-old. Now Will's going backwards. It's 3-year-old, right? I wrote it down. Yes. 4-year-old, 8-year-old, and now back to 3-year-old. Wow. You jump around a lot.
To me. All right, let's listen to Jessica.
All right,
I didn't like the way he was scheduling his lives around Kim and Will, right?
That's another thing, too.
That's another thing. Now, I know for a fact that when Will would schedule his shows early on, Crawford and Brian, they would also try to go on. That I know for a fact, that Crawford was doing it for sure. And now he's going to try to say something else here.
I wanted to address that as well, too. I don't ever care, nor did I ever care what Kim and Will were doing. And I want to just let you know this, because maybe you didn't know, because I know
he lies. He cares what everybody's doing. He cares about everybody. And he backstabs everybody because his is a better show. His is better. He does more. He does, the guy that, was in the boxing match. He put the billboard up. He did this. He did that. He covered the Guthrie thing, But what does it all come back to then? He does that, but he doesn't continue. It always comes back to Karen Reed, Turtle Boy, in the glare. It all comes back. He'll go out and do some things, but that's too hard because he knows more about this. So this is his streams.
Know that you weren't live streaming at this time, but that 6:00 spot where they probably said, "Oh, you put his streams at 6:00," was the hottest spot during the Karen Reed trial. At one point,
and did you do research on that, Brian? I'd like to know how you did the research. Did YouTube tell you that was the hottest spot? All right.
You could look out, and there were 4 or 5 shows going all at the same time because that was the primetime drive. Mike was doing shows at 6:00. I was doing shows at 6:00, and then it just got to a certain point that everybody just had to do their.
Everybody was following you guys. You're right. Well, I missed it. They were just following you, Brian. Everybody was. You and Mike, they were saying, "Oh boy, if Brian and Mike are going at this time, we got to go at this time because those two are doing it, so it's got to be good." They're the ones that everybody should follow.
Streams and let the audience choose who they were going to watch. I'm going to tell you, Jess, at that point, I already clocked those people like 8 months ago.
Yep.
So I didn't even give a shit. I didn't look and go after looking like what time they were going at and who they were going. You know what's kind of funny? The day that I did my in studio live, when I had my live audience come in, and that was one of the last events that I did at my studio.
Yeah, because you had to give it up because you went so big right away. Can't wait for this story.
We're sitting there, and I always thought this was weird too. Madstork Media, we're fucking 30 minutes from going live. Madstork Media goes, oh, fuck, because my thing was.
I don't think Madstork Media said that. I just don't think he said that. Does anybody else believe it? I don't know. Maybe he did.
Scheduled at 6 o'clock. He goes, oh, fuck, Nurse Kim's going at 6 o'clock. And she had Mark Betterow on her channel that day. Don't tell me you don't think that wasn't a play by design to draw people away from that event that I had because they knew I was live streaming it. So I think those people were actually.
Kim was against you too? Nurse Kim was against you, Brian, at that time? Wow. Everybody was against Brian. See where his head is? That's why he shouldn't be doing this. He shouldn't be doing this type of thing. He should get off YouTube because he thinks his head is too many directions because everybody's against him. Everybody's against him. I mean, I'm too small to be against him, so he's not worried about me. He won't, this won't even be, unless I strike a nerve with him, then he might say something stupid. But he strikes a nerve with everybody else, no doubt about that.
Actually looking in and seeing what I was doing. And then the hubbub got around in that, I just said hubbub. Can you imagine that? It all started to get around and people were going, oh, Nurse Kim's going at 6 o'clock because everybody was talking about.
Oh, Nurse Kim's going at 6 o'clock because Brian and Mike are going at 6 o'clock. So I guess I got to go at 6 o'clock too. Yeah. I mean, Brian and Mike are going. Oh. What does Turtle Boy go? Tuesday nights and Saturday, what does he go? 9 o'clock at night, Eastern time? So he's not following the 6 o'clock thing like you're saying. And what does he get? I mean, the other day I was watching something and his waiting, the people waiting for him to come on was larger than Mike and you put together and JFK put together that were watching you. The people waiting for Turtle Boy to go on was more than you guys get. Think about that, Brian. That's how poor you are at this. People are talking, Brian. They're showing you that you don't need to be on YouTube no more. Turtle Boy had more people waiting for him to start than you, JFK, and Mike had for your whole streams. And like I said, I don't know how you guys do it at the end of the stream, how you get 4,000 or 5,000 views after you're done. I don't get it. I got to figure that out, how it's done. Somebody tried to explain it to me, but I don't know how. I don't get it. The views thing going up that quick when you only have 200 people that are watching you when you're live. But Turtle Boy had more people watching, waiting for him than you did in your live, just like JFK and combined. That's how horrible you guys are.
About it in there the day that I did my stream. And I don't really care at this point because that's like what, over a fucking year ago. But I always thought that was strange. So I think it was them that was looking after me. But again, just go back. I mean, anybody can tell you here during that time and during the first trial, 6 o'clock was the hottest spot.
All right.
The hottest spot. So everybody was doing shows at that point. Mikey can tell you. Mikey's in the chat room. All right, let's
wanted to poach views or whatever. I still to this day
never poaching.
Don't subscribe to that behavior. I never do it. I am always cognizant of other content creators.
That's the thing. I didn't care about them. They weren't my friends. I mean, go back and look at trial 2. Look at the people that I had in my studio.
Okay, people. A little bit that's here. I don't care about them. I don't care about them. No, I don't care about them. But a year, 2 years later, I want to talk about them.
Studio at that time. Those are the people that were in my inner circle. Those are the people that were my friends. I didn't.
Ooh, but somebody in your inner circle is talking. They contacted little old me. Told me a little bit the way you were acting in the beginning with everything. Brian, you better just tighten it up a little bit. All right. That's all I'm telling you. Somebody's talking. You better tighten it up just a little bit. All right.
Care about what time Will was going or Nurse Kim was going or fucking Jimmy was going. Did you see me around them at all? No, because I clocked all of them. I knew who they were.
Well, yeah,
and
you
look
knew
what
who-
happened.
yeah.
They all turned into shitbags. They were all shitbags.
Very hard, except for my stupid day I did a fundraiser. I didn't know you couldn't go live afterwards. Whatever.
Yeah.
For the most part, more than the most part, the majority, 99.99% of the time, I'm very cognizant of my people in this arena. I don't want to compete with them, and I don't like to take their views.
I don't give a shit, because you ultimately have to do what you got to do for your own, especially if those people don't give one fucking lick about you. Do you think that they're worried about Jess Machado is going to go at 6 o'clock and I'm starting my stream at 5:30? Fuck no. Because it was always about the ultimate dollar. Whose audience could I grab first and pull in here? Can I go first? I watched Will one time. I fucked with him. I would move my times up and he would move his start time. I watched him do it in real time. He would move it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because I wanted to see. Was he looking at me? He clearly is. Look at his.
I'm so new that I worry about going up. When I got the same subs, or at least majority of them are like Red House Media. I mean, I don't want to go up against Red House Media. I did tonight at the end, but I mean, I don't want to do that. So I asked about that, but I don't think it's malicious like you're trying to say. So, I try to change that, because why make people, when they like something, why try to pull them away? Just, and like I said, I would have went, if I didn't know Cassie G was doing something tonight, I would have probably went tomorrow at some time when nobody else was on, or at least, the people that I think they're watching the other people. I mean, there's nothing, Brian, you're so worried about those people. And then you say, oh, I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about it. I got to do what I got to do. I got 250 people.
Running a fucking jerk off stream tonight. Come over and jerk off with me behind my paywall. But I'm here trying to understand. It's not really that hard to understand, because I know the channels that everybody watches. I know that you watch Turtle Boy. I know that you watch Glare. You know why I know that? Because it's in my metrics. So all those people that watch all these adjacent channels watch me. I mean, it's a clear picture. You guys all know what's going on, and I appreciate the $2 super chat. Let's just back up a little bit here, and then we'll
Doing behind.
I don't think everybody that watches them is watching you. I think they check on to see what you're talking about, and then they're seeing how much of an idiot you're acting like and how insecure you are. So they like to then go back and report it to other people. I mean, I don't think they're watching you because they think you got great content. I don't think that's it. Maybe they are. I don't know. You got 60,000 subs. So you're doing something right, I guess. I don't know. Like Jess Machado's not for me. I mean, that's a show that's not for me. Brian, you're not for me, because I mean, I could do this all the time where I'm just ripping on you because of what you say, because you're so two-faced. Everything is blinded by jealousy. So I like to pick you apart, and I do it as it's fun for me. My therapist said, go ahead and do it. I said, yeah, if it makes you, feel happy, do it. And it makes me laugh to watch you just squirm and try to pin it on everybody else that they're mean to you. Poor Brian. I'm a victim. I'm Brian. Turtle Boy made me so sad I was going to go out and play in traffic. Come on. I'm a victim. Everybody's picking on me.
The scenes. I didn't like the way he was approaching things with Will. I didn't like the way he was scheduling his lives around Kim and Will, right? He wanted to poach views or whatever. I still to this day don't subscribe to that behavior. I never do it. I am always cognizant of other.
Believe me, if you were on a 6 o'clock drive show right now, they would fucking roll over on you. Jess, schedule some shows at 6 o'clock. You don't think Will would roll over on you and try to roll over on you? Of course he would. He fucking hates you. He's not cognizant of anything. And that's why I always say, Will, run your stream on like Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock. Go against Turtle Boy. See how many fucking people watch you. You've never done that. You've never just run a stream and run, into the late night as TV's doing it.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you go up against Turtle Boy? Because you're better, right? You helped him out when he was in jail. You're better. I mean, you tried to steal the subs. You got some subs. So come on, Brian. Why don't you go head to head? See what happens. See what happens. I think you already know what would happen because you're only getting 250, 290 people right now watching you.
His stream. Drop your fucking baby nuts. Let's see if you can hold your own.
Content creators. I tried very hard, except for my stupid day I did a fundraiser. I didn't know you couldn't go live afterwards, but whatever. For the most part, more than the most part, the majority, 99.99% of the time, I'm very cognizant of my people in this arena. I don't want to compete with them, and I don't like to take their views. Brian was doing stuff, and I was.
But that's your perception. And if you would have just called me and had an adult conversation, I could have explained all this stuff to you. But it's like, it's too late now. You know, it's like fucking 9 months now.
It's your perception
of brutality and fucking, you know, bullshit on the internet where you dragged my fucking name for 9 months.
Yeah.
But we could have done this. I mean, I text you the day that you were going to do your stream and you go, well, you know, it's not that bad. But the fact is you brought me up in a negative way on that show that you came across, and you got shit for that because people liked me and people respected me. And I texted you and said, you know, what did I piss in your Cheerios as a joke?
I just got a private message of one of your people. They said, why do you got to pick on him about his hair? I'm not picking on him about his hair. Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny that he tries to tell us that it's not a wig. But I like the bald Brian. Bald's not bad. I mean, let's face it. I'd go bald in a second if it meant that I could get out of my wheelchair and walk. Why doesn't Brian put a little perspective on this and get his hair? What did that change? That changed nothing with him. No, he got meaner. I mean, come on. Who cares? Don't sit here and tell me that I'm picking on him because of his hair. Looks dumb. Just go with what it was, Brian. It's not making you look any different.
And that was like an invitation to say, okay, this is what I have an issue with, or okay, let's have a conversation. And that never happened. And then I got a very crazy text after that. Obviously, I'm not going to talk about that because I don't do that. And I won't do that. But I got a text from you afterwards, and I just never responded. But I just never understood the programming. And I always thought that there was something, I don't know. Was there something bigger behind it? Was something else going on? Or is this who you are? I don't know. All right, let's
I was finally on YouTube. I was doing my own thing. And I just wanted to make sure there was I was kind of getting ahead of it. If people ultimately ended up turning on Brian because of those behaviors, I just didn't want to be associated with them. And my original...
That's the thing is, I wasn't associated with any of those people. I didn't have community. You think that I fucking picked the phone up and called Will? You think I was calling him and having regular conversations with him? No. Go back to the people that I had in my studio. Those are the people that I was communicating with. Those are the people that I felt genuine at that time. Those are the people that I was having, friendships and relationships with, because I saw the good in them. They treated me well. And
that's how hateful you were about other people. And she talked about it. So stop it.
I treated them well in return.
Comments about him were not that bad. Got turned into a lot, but it was more about me just distancing myself from him. But Brian had
time. When you distance yourself from someone, you don't drag them for 9 months. You could have just said, I don't want to be around him. Forget it. That's it. I wasn't in communication with any of these people. And all of this could have been handled through a phone call. Yeah, and I think so too, Genki. I absolutely. Because, it's funny. The other guy.
Said, she didn't have to do this for 9 months. Look at him. It's been 2 years. He's still going after Will. Still dragging him. Why? Because he don't like him? Because he's making money behind a wall? Just don't like him. So he's going to talk about him. Now, he talked about other things, yeah, but it always comes back. The Turtle Boy and Will. They're bad. They're making money. They're bad.
Little guy, I think he's 5'2". The guy that's having the golf tournament.
Oh, Turtle Boy's 5'2". What's JFK, Brian? How tall is JFK? How tall is he? I bet he's taller than Turtle. I bet he's not taller than Turtle Boy. I bet he's not. Let's put them up against each other and let's see.
on Monday with like his 17 people that are going to show up. You know, I can't wait to see that fucking group photo because apparently they said that almost all of the tickets are sold out. And it was funny. I was listening to Nan and Jen Altman Spaces today, and Jen Altman pretty much has that clocked out.
Okay, yeah. And we're all going to believe Jen Altman. Everybody believes her. Everybody. Whatever she says, people believe.
Said there's like over 130.
Two liars on the same thing he's talking about right there. Nan and Altman. And we're supposed to believe that. Oh, boy.
30 tickets that are still left. But wait till you see that fucking group photo.
Never said anything bad about me. Brian, to my knowledge.
Oh, talking about like distancing yourself. You could have just been like, hey, and just went on your way. You know, don't really feel like doing a show or whatever, and just went on your way. It turned into this, 8-9 months of all this shit.
Could have been behind the scenes. Brian had not said anything badly behind my back that I know of.
8-9 months and turned into this. Everybody picking on Brian. Brian feeling sad because everybody's picking on him. But it's okay that he picks on everybody else. That's okay. But when you pick on him, well, no, that's not good.
Nor did he do it publicly.
Didn't.
And so me giving my statements and comments about Brian that day and subsequently, defending that stance later on, I apologize for. I think it caused Brian some grief, although I believe Brian fared far better in that scenario than I did.
That's where you gotta.
Yeah, that's where you gotta.
See, you were there, Jess.
You were there.
You were there. But when you stop throwing that butt in there, and there's still things that need to be cleaned up. There's a lot of things, and you know what it is. There's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. And there was a lot of damage done because of that. And it got crazy.
Yeah.
And there's some serious shit that came out of that. That's out there on the internet. That's not true. So, I look at it and I just don't feel like I deserve the level of what I got. All for what? Distance yourself for money to build your channel? I don't know. What was it? I was here to help. And I don't know. Maybe you were angry about that. I know that when you called me and you said, hey,
distance yourself because money. It's always about the money.
I'm starting a studio and I'm going to need, help with lighting and microphones and all that. I don't know anything about audio. I told you I would help you. I will get a list together for you.
You would be the last person I'd ask for anything when it comes to audio. Anything. You would be the last person, Brian, that I'd ask. And as far as lighting, I do have some backlights, though, like you, that I could have that show some red and blue and all that kind of stuff, but I don't turn them on. I probably could. Maybe I will. We'll see.
You tell me what you need, but I don't chase people. That was on you at that point. And I told you, just call me when you're ready. I will help you out. And I never got a phone call. I don't chase my best friends. That's not who I am. If you ask for my help, I wait for you to come to me. And then when you come to me, I will help you. Just give me a date and time. And I would have been there. You know that.
Yeah.
But that's how I am. Ask anybody that I have friendships or relationships with. That's who I am. And the reason that I have to be like that is because I'm a super busy guy offline. Yeah. I have family. I have friends. I have my job. I have other things that go on in my life. But if you call me,
Brian's family getting together, if he acts like this, it had to be a learned. Can you imagine that there's other people like him out there, and when they get together, man, talk about exhausting.
Or text me and give me a date and time and say, hey, can you be here? I would have been there to help out. I told you I was excited when you said, hey, I have a studio. That's fucking great. You should have a channel, and I think it will do well. And it did, but I don't know. Maybe, and again, I can't suggest your content. I can't tell you what to do, but maybe it was done in the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know. That's for you to figure out.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's play this.
I was getting dragged and Brian was getting a lot of support and love from followers and things like that. So if there was a lesson that I've learned since I've become a content creator, that could have been a conversation behind the scenes.
And I'm going to say, I appreciate that you said that, because I think it could have been handled that way. I really do. And to what that conversation would be now, I don't know. But I still think there's a lot more to this story that I hope to find out someday. And I think some people have opportunities. I think you have opportunity. But the people in your wake didn't fucking deserve what they got. I mean, you hurt a lot of people. You fucked up some people's lives, you know, and what toll that takes on people, that's real world shit. That shit hangs after you hit that end stream button. That doesn't, it ends for you, but it doesn't end for that person, Jess. That shit lingers, you know, and like I said, you hurt a lot of people that supported you. Me, I know Nan was supporting you. There were other creators that supported you, whatever, in any way, financially, being in your chat, being in your support, you know, I don't know. And to honestly go back, like when you were building your studio, I'm watching it on Facebook, and I said to one of my friends, and I knew you do these update photos, and I looked at my friend and I said, well, I don't think that she needs me. I haven't heard from her. And I saw the photos that you were posting as you were building your studio out. And I was like, I don't know, maybe she doesn't need me. She's just going to do her thing. So if you were mad that I didn't call you, I don't do that. When someone asks for my help, call me, text me. Hey, I need your help. I'll give you a date, whatever. Give me a date. I'll look at my schedule. Can I be there? That's it. It's always someone else's fault. It's always someone else's fault. They're trying to make me broke. They're trying to make me broke. All right, let's finish this up.
I should have done it that way. So I apologize, Brian. To people who are saying, well, why isn't this conversation with Aiden and all the stuff behind it? Aiden demanded that it be public. Aiden wanted it. I got to look back on that. I got to think about that. Why did he want it to be done like that? Why did he want it to be? Why did he want it, insist for it to be?
Oh, it's my fault. Mike, it's our fault, Mike. Mike and I talk about this all the time. We love these people that come into our chats. They always go, it's your fault. What did I do? What? I continued to do streams. I talked about the Enrique Delgado Garcia case. I kept supporting Karen Reed. I went on and talked about Nolan Wells, Nancy.
That Garcia case, the family there didn't like you for a while. What was up with that? I don't even know if they like you now. They didn't like that billboard thing. Why didn't you talk about that? Isn't there something that's still that you're holding back with that Garcia thing that you say you have, but you never showed it or whatever? I don't know. There's something. So it just proves you don't have it is what it is. But you say, oh, I can't.
Guthrie, what have any of these other people done? Nothing with their channels. Did they pick up any?
The thing what I was talking about before. You've done other things, but you don't keep going. You come back, and what do? You do these streams where it's just about Turtle Boy and the glare. That's it. And how bad they are. You're talking about how Turtle Boy said, oh, Brian's bad. But this is what you're trying to do. Turtle Boy bad. Will bad because he lived in a basement from a friend of mom's. Well, I mean, come on. Brian, move on, buddy. I mean, 290 people watching you when it was live. It's not that big a draw. I mean, you're not that big a draw right now for me either, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe I could have, big views. I don't know. Maybe if I figure out how you do it, who knows? But, somehow you and Crawford are good at when you turn off the stream, half hour later, you got 4,000 views. Somehow, some way. Can't tell me all 60,000 all of a sudden decided to watch you after you're done being live. Come on.
Cases, did they talk about Sonia Massey? Did they talk about Robert Brooks, the inmate that was killed by 9
No, you did. But then what did you do? Where are you today? You're right back talking about Will. Right back talking about Will. Talking about Turtle Boy. They're bad because they're making all the money. Will's going to make Turtle Boy money. Turtle Boy goes to jail. Will's grooming the Turtle Boy's listeners, subscribers. Will's going to make money. Going to make all that money. That's what he's working towards.
6 correctional guards and 9 people witnessed it up in upstate New York. Did any of those people talk about that? Did they bring awareness to any of those cases?
No, probably not. But why are you doing this then? If you're so good at all that stuff that you're talking about, why aren't you doing it?
No, they sat there and did petty streams on Mike Crawford and I to boost their income. Tell me, are they really out for justice?
I'll tell you what, it's boosting my income right now talking about you. Man, I'm making money like crazy, Brian, today. Oh, pulled in thousands talking about you because I'm boosting it. talking about you, boosting this channel. I mean, it's working. It's working, Brian. It's working.
on a live stream. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna say I'm
Have to think
crashing
about
out.
it, but
He's crashing out.
You are crashing out. You've been crashing out. You've been crashing out for a long time. Since Turtle Boy made you sad. Since you didn't get your way with him. You know? I'm still stuck on the fact that you showed Will's mouth and you talked about kissing him. That was kind of weird. That was a weird thing.
You're a wee man.
I do apologize to Brian for that. And honestly, Brian has figured out, aside from all of the crash outs that he had, Brian has kind of figured out how to just kind of like push through and persevere, you know?
You were going to go out and play in traffic. You were going to jump off a building. Don't say you didn't have crash outs. And then right away you talk about your brother. So you go all through the whole sympathy thing.
But I mean, he did really well with the Nancy Guthrie case.
Jess, I think there's a lot more. And look, I'm not gonna go after her. You know, I'm not gonna go there.
No.
What's said is said and done is done.
Jess, you know what? Your shows, you know, you should have a channel. And what you do on there, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. All right, I would have probably done it different. Oh, Brian. You know, he said, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything. Not going to say." That he puts that little jab in there. You know, stab that old back.
Continue what you're doing if that's what you choose to do. Let's keep LTL out of this. Let's keep Nan Gallagher out of this. Let's keep Meredith out of it.
You're talking about Meredith and Nan now. You're talking for them. Oh, that's so sweet. Now I don't know much about Meredith. All right, I didn't keep up with that drama. I don't know much, but I do know. You know, I caught a little bit. You know, on the crossfires. So in her boyfriend before, Turtle Boy, she got in trouble because he was doing cocaine. So he loses his job. That's a nice woman. That's a really nice woman, Meredith. She wanted to keep him in the States, so she, you know, did stuff to him. And so yeah, she's a nice woman. Nice. Really nice. And let's face it, I mean, she's right. You know, if somebody brings cocaine over to the house, you got to try it. You got to try it because you like the smell, right? You got to try it, people. To even believe that Brian is sitting there saying anything about Meredith and sticking up for Meredith is just, I mean, right there tells you where his mental health is.
Keep Jen Altman out of it. Now, you can only make those
Altman out of it. He just said that.
Choices. I'm just saying. You can just say fuck him, and you can talk shit about.
Yeah, I would say that. F you. I would definitely say that. No doubt. To you. I would.
About me on your channel tomorrow. Maybe that's what you do. I don't know, but I'm not going to bag on you. I'm not going to go there. Keep doing what you're doing. If your heart is in your YouTube channel and that's what you want to do and you want to thrive and you want to get 100,000 subscribers on your channel, go for it. Go for it. Just look around you. There were a lot of really great people that supported you and it got turned into a fucking mess. And a lot of the shit that came out, a lot of these people didn't deserve over the last 8 or 9 months.
Brian,
and will those relationships?
I just want 1,000. I don't need 100,000. I just want 1,000. So I should do it, right, Brian? Just do it. Right? Will you give me enough content to make it to 1,000? I hope so.
Ever get mended? I don't know. Maybe some of them do. Maybe some of them don't. Maybe some of them don't want to talk to you. Maybe you don't want to talk to them. Oh, by the way, this guy last night, I was literally getting off the spaces. We had great spaces last night. This guy last night, I mean, look at these people. They dress up. They put makeup on.
See, it just kills them. Turtle Boy had more people watching this, Brian, than you've had for a month.
They take markers and scribble on their face. We got the fucking guy over in Denmark that puts a wig on. I mean, it does.
You leave Broken Baker out of this. Come on now. People go support Broken Baker. He's in the hospital. buy him a coffee or whatever they were doing tonight. Go do that. I should have put that out there. I'm sorry. But go support Broken Baker. Get him to 25,000 subs too. So he can start climbing like Brian did.
Multiple characters with a very large makeup palette, which is bizarre. But this guy last night was going through.
There's the accent now. Bizarre. When he was fine. He said river a different way too. Then all of a sudden he said it a different way again. It's fake. Everything he does is fake.
My ex, why I was literally falling asleep into my fucking slumber, like just having the best night's sleep ever. No worries in my life.
And then what woke you up? What woke you up? Falling into the best sleep ever. I was there, falling into the best sleep. And Turtle Boy came on and I had to watch him. Turtle Boy came on. What? He's got makeup on. What did he do to his eyebrows? Oh my God, I gotta watch this. Oh, I was so close to sleeping. No, Turtle Boy's on. I gotta stay up now.
My blood pressure's down. I've been working on my weight. I've been working out.
So
I've been hitting the gym.
Why would his blood pressure go up because of this? What is the reasoning?
Eating well, communicating with my friends, my family's great. And I was like getting just into my fucking slumber, like just relaxed, AC cranking, quiet. And this guy last night at someone was tipping me off 12:30. This is what this guy's doing.
Somebody was tipping him off. That's what he just said. You know that he had Turtle Boy on. Come on. Who is he trying to kid?
12:30 at night. He's worrying about me drawing marker on.
You just said 1:30. No, it's 12:30.
With fucking eyebrows. I think he was going out. He must have been going after someone again. Laura Mathis, I think her name is. Going after her. And he says, I'm crashing out. He says that I'm crashing out.
You are.
I'm the guy that's crashing out. This guy right here with the marker all of this.
You're crashing out because you're worried about him. You're crashing out because you worry about Turtle Boy. And you worry about the glare. That's a crash out, Brian. You could be doing other things. You could be talking about something completely different. Like me, I could be talking about my Brewers. You know that? I need to do that. Don't forget about the Turtle Boy fund up there in the right-hand corner. You got extra money, make sure you send him a few bucks. He needs it. Help Broken Baker and everything. I was just trying to figure out if my Brewers won tonight. They were up 6-2, so I think they did. So I could be doing that. But no, you're more fun. Brewers are fun to watch. But I get mad at them too sometimes. And I think, oh boy, they could be doing so much better, even though they're winning, even though they're, second best record. Maybe they're tied for first best, best record in baseball. But that's the point. You could be doing other things, but no, you're getting ready to go to sleep. But all of a sudden, Turtle Boy comes on. He's got makeup on, and he's doing something to his eyebrows. And now I'm wide awake, and my blood pressure is way up because of that. Brian, move on.
His face. I'm the one that's crashing out. I'm the one that's crashing out. He's the one looking like this on his fucking stream last night.
It's a joke, Brian. Try to laugh. All right? Don't do that evil laugh that you have that I played in the early part of this. Don't do that laugh. Actually think about the comedy part of this. All right? Laugh a little bit. Lighten up, Brian. Lighten up.
Bro, let me give you a little bit of advice. And I know you won't you won't take it because you get mad when I give you it.
Get ready for this one. Brian's going to give advice now. All right? He's going to give that advice to Turtle Boy. Here he goes.
Advice. But I probably wouldn't worry too much about what I'm doing and start worrying about all the cases that you are facing at this.
What does this have to do with you? what's her name? Lauren Matthias. What does she have to do with you, Brian? This has nothing to do with you right here. What are you talking about? The only thing I've heard in the last couple of weeks that Turtle Boy said about you is I really hate him. I don't like him. But that's mutual, isn't it? So what?
Point right now in your life. In that golf tournament, I'd probably get a few more trees out there to take up some of that space because you haven't sold a lot of tickets. But I would start worrying about your cases. You got a lot of fucking shit out ahead of you, man. A lot of shit out ahead of you. But I'm the one that's crashing out. Look at this fucking guy. Let's listen to this guy.
Karen Reed had some communication with Turtle Boy. If I was Karen Reed, I probably would too.
Yeah.
I mean, is that to get her message out there of innocence?
Yeah, because I'm fucking awesome. And I'm going to get the word out there.
awesome.
Why wouldn't you communicate with me if you're Karen Reed?
Who are you awesome to, bro? You posted a picture back on the 4th of July.
You said earlier that you're getting your teeth fixed because you're going to add to the beauty. So now Turtle Boy says it, and now all of a sudden, can't say that. But you could say it.
Why? Right? You pose it all up like you're coming out of the pool. You do the muscle thing. You got the fist. Hair's all wet. Just come out of the pool. And then you look in the background and there's no one. There's trees. That's it. There's no friends. Like you like, it's weird, bro. You go on like your streams and you're like, I look at the chat. The chat.
Maybe he doesn't want no friends around when his kids are there and he's spending time with his kids. Maybe he doesn't want a bunch of people around. Maybe that's it, Brian.
The chat, like that's your reality. There's nothing outside those four walls. Like I don't know. I just don't take you as a guy like to go outside your house. Like what do you do? And then you're like, oh, I got work to do all day. What? You sit on X like 16 hours a day, bro. That's weird. And you worry about.
How do you know that, Brian? You know that because you're sitting on X for 16 hours a day, even when you're working, you're on X. Ooh, I got to check and see what everybody's talking about me about. Is that what you're doing? Then all of a sudden you see Turtle Boy. I got to check on Turtle Boy. What is he talking about? Got to check on Claire. What is he talking about? I think that's going on more than what you're saying he's doing.
About what I do. Like I'll hear about this stream. You're probably watching me right now. You're a weird dude. Like you worry way too much about like what other dudes are doing. Go take a walk. Didn't you used to run before? Do you even run anymore? Do you exercise?
I don't think he's worried about you, Brian. I don't think he's worried about you. I think if you can call it worry, I think he's actually laughing the way you have turned against him after the way he helped you in the beginning. You know, when you tried to help him when he was in jail, no, you weren't helping him. You were helping Brian. Turtle Boy knows that. He knows who you were helping. He appreciated your help, I'm sure, until you figured it out what you were doing. I mean, come on.
Do you eat well? Are you into nutrition? Do you lift weights? Do you go to the gym? Do you get out of your house?
You're talking
like, do you do any of that? Do you go to concerts?
You talking about Turtle Boy? Getting out and doing something and being in shape? Brian, you were putting the pounds on. Do you go out and go to concerts?
Anything. Take.
Do you do that, Brian? Do you go to concerts? I just went to a concert a couple of weeks ago. Yep, I did. That was a good concert, too. I sat on stage at the concert. Can you believe that? Major star, too. I sat on stage. Isn't that something, Brian?
In a movie, go to a restaurant like normal fucking people do.
Yep.
Not sitting in their house on a laptop all day worrying about what I'm fucking doing. You hate me so much, but you fucking talk about me a lot, bro. It's weird.
Does it not like
you are obsessed and not on the internet? I don't fucking care about anything that you're doing. I don't think about you.
What do you mean you don't think about him? This is all it's about, is him and Glare. You're thinking about him all the time. You're thinking about kissing the Glare. It's a little weird, Brian. But I'm not thinking about you. I'm not doing that. No. But I'm going to spend a 2.5 hour stream talking about you and how you're making the money.
But you are awfully obsessed with me. You talk about me all the time. And you got a fly problem, too. Probably had something that died in your fucking wall. Probably a squirrel or a field mouse got up in your wall and fucking died. Yep. And it's decaying. And then what happens, Aiden, when things decay, maggots form. And then when maggots form, guess what they blossom into? So when you're a homeowner, that's part of being a homeowner is pest control. You got to get outside, look around the property.
Brian, are you a homeowner? Are you a homeowner? I don't know. Somebody has to tell me that because I don't know. Are you a homeowner, Brian? Well, you know a lot of stuff. You know that? Know a lot of things.
See if there's anywhere field mice or squirrels are getting into the fucking walls. Or if you can have your windows open. Someone said this the other day. You had your windows open. There's no screen. You got to have a screen in your window.
Okay.
Because if not, flies are going to come in.
Yeah.
Like you're like, did fucking flies come in here and lay eggs? Nah, you probably had something that died in your fucking walls. And good luck. So that's it, brother. You gotta check this shit out. You got that big house. You talk about it all the time. You got to do maintenance on that property.
I bet
that's why
you're jealous over that house, aren't you, Brian? I bet that kills him. I bet that is bothering Brian like crazy because I don't know if Brian lives in a house after all this time, all this work he's done for years. He doesn't have a house, I don't think.
all these assholes that buy these fucking $1 million.
Oh, look at that. You see that? He can't just say, oh, these people that buy these $1 million houses. No, he can't say it that way. He's got to say, all these assholes with millions of dollars buy these houses. Jealous of somebody that's made money, that's worked hard to make their money. Because Brian said back here don't have no money. Everybody picking on him. But he can't say anything nice. He just can't. All those assholes, $1 million houses.
$5 million mansions. They spend like 25 grand a month on fucking maintenance on the house. Landscapers, checking the property, doing repairs. That shit costs money. It's funny, I put this tweet out the other night and there's so much truth to it. And that's basically what I've been talking about here tonight. Someone was talking about Will and I said, this is all by design and it all comes down to money. They know money within their circles is
money. All comes down to money.
Drying up. So Will and TB need to push others out and corner the market, just like they did and they tried to do with me and the Mikey and the Young Jerks and JFK. The problem is it didn't work because you know why? We're back. We're here. We ain't going anywhere. People want to watch us. We have good programming and we actually talk about justice in cases here. I don't have to do this all the time. Will benefits from constantly playing to TB's ego, and you saw that the other night when he tried to clock him in. But Will's playing the game. Will's definitely playing the game. I got to keep this guy around long enough. So hopefully when one of these cases drop and his bail gets revoked, he goes back to jail, I'm number one and I get all the money. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing to you, TB. He doesn't give a shit about you. It's all about his money. I got the notes. I got him right here. He struggles to function independently. He has limited response.
The book is honor bound. I bet you he's read it. I bet you he's at least skimmed it. Honor bound, and it was about the prisoners of Southeast Asia, and it was all about the mental and physical wars, rigors, and all that kind of. I bet you he read that because this is the tactic, the malicious propaganda that he's trying to pull here. He's trying to be so smart, so smart. Hey Brian, did you notice I put your hat on? I saw you in a hat like this. It's one of those Boston hats. I put it on just for you. Yeah. But that's what it is. Honor bound. And it was a good book. And he's he's copying that. There's a couple other ones out there. Brainwashing is another one that is what he's trying to do. You know, trying to get his word out there, being, you know, fact. That's what it is. Brainwashing and honor bound. He's read those books, or at least, like I said, skimmed them. At least read about them. And this is what he's trying. He is really trying. He's trying to make Turtle Boy, and he's really trying to get the glare to second guess himself. Like, who did I tell something to that would go to Brian? Who did that? It didn't happen, Will. Don't worry about it. It didn't happen. That's just Brian. He's thinking that, I'm going to get him thinking that way. It didn't happen. But Brian, I got the message from your circle. How do you think I knew that you were asking Nathan Reed to go back and see if people were mad at you? Yeah. I got a message.
Responsibilities outside YouTube, giving him the ability to conduct lengthy live streams and fundraisers. That's why he sits there for 12 hours a fucking day. Family doesn't want anything to do with him. I don't know. Maybe his friend's mom in the basement he was living in. Can you believe that? How fucking embarrassing. You go to your friend and you go, hey, I need a place.
Brian, why are you so hung up on that? Why are you hung up on that? Maybe, he needed a place to stay and, that's what he did. So what? You wanted Will to be on the street, didn't you? You wanted to be homeless because that would be a good talk, huh? Wouldn't it, Brian? You'd like that. You'd like to put more pain on Will. That's what you want. Yeah. Will, I want you on the street. I don't want you asking your friend of a friend of a friend of a friend's mom. No. I want you to take a little backpack and go live on the street. Yeah, I don't want nobody to come to your rescue. No. Brian, where's your house?
Place to stay. Do you think that I can live with your mom in the basement? I know you won't live there, but I'm going to live in the house. Were you paying rent, Will Henry? Were you even at least paying some fucking rent? Were you picking up the dog shit in the yard, Will Henry?
He didn't have a dog, I don't think, at that time. Did he? Until the end, maybe. But he didn't have a dog in the beginning. And why are you worried about if he's picking it up or not? Why? Why does that bother you? And who told you he wasn't? JFK? Crawford? Yeah, those two tell the truth. Wow.
Or were you just letting the dog shit out there and you just walked around in it in a fucking circle all the time, like you used to do out in that park? Another thing Will Henry likes to do is
out in that park. There he goes again. Had no accent for a long time, and then out in that park.
Comes to relationships with women he believes he can influence and manipulate, and then quickly moves from one friendship to another to another. It's a pattern of Will. And see it up at top, all those memberships. That's what he waits for. He waits for that, the memberships, and then he can do the petty. He calls it the petty. He's doing one tonight. He's doing one on me. Probably all fucking ripped up, fucking high all day, drunk, drinking. Remember the other day when he was drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning? He was fucking sauced. Good stuff, dude. That's good responsibility in life.
Okay, but did it affect you, Brian? Whatever Will does, how did it affect you? How? The only thing it did is gave you content to talk about that. But do you have to? No, you don't have to. But you got to. Because you hate him. And I'm going to hit him when he's down. Going to get him. Malicious propaganda. That's what it is. And you are a piece of work with it. I'll tell you that. Unbelievable.
That's good responsibility in life, Will. But see, you don't have any responsibilities. So it's why you just sit behind the four walls in your little.
So does that bother you, Brian, that he doesn't have no responsibilities? I don't have any responsibilities. I have no kids. I have nothing. I have no responsibility. I had to pay a couple of bills, 2 or 3 bills a month. That's about it. I have no responsibilities. Does that bother you? No. Seems to bother you when nobody has responsibilities. Interesting. People are bad when they don't have responsibilities. People are bad. Actually, I do have a responsibility. Just reminded by it. I have a dog that I do pick up from. So I do have responsibility. I got vet bills, dog food. Plus I have a bougie dog. He won't drink water out of a tap. I got to buy him Aquafina water. Yeah. He won't drink out of a tap because he's a bougie dog. So I do have responsibility. But I do that at responsibility any day of the week because I got a great dog. Actually, I think my dog is smarter than you, Brian. I really do. I believe he is.
Apartment, and you take pictures of the fucking bathroom like it's some big fucking thing. And
I'd like to see the house. How many Karen Reed posters you got up? How many pictures of Karen Reed in little frames, big frames on the wall? That's what I'd like to see. See how much of a creeper you really are. I guarantee you they're up.
you post them online like it was this big thing, like, oh, I got my Scarface poster in my bathroom. Who does that? Who takes pictures of their bathroom and has pride in that? Check this out. I got my own apartment, everybody. This is
I do. I take a picture of the bathroom, showing everybody the roll-in shower that just was put in. Pretty proud of that. Yeah, I am. So I don't have a Scarface poster in my bathroom. Nope. I don't have a poster in the bathroom. I got some little towels or something like that, but I don't have any pictures. But teach their own. Will like Scarface. It's got pictures all over, so he put one in the bathroom. I mean, do you got a picture of Will's mouth that you want to kiss? You got that in your bathroom? You said can you imagine kissing that? No, I couldn't. But you can. So you get a picture of his mouth. It's kind of weird, Brian. You're a little weird.
You're a wee man.
my living room with my fucking neon light in it, my fucking Pulp Fiction poster. You're edgy, bro. You are. You're pretty fucking edgy. Well, let's watch a little bit of this, and maybe we gotta. I want to re-examine this because Will was doing the test. This was the TB test. This was the Tennessee tuna can lip takeover.
Okay, so he's going to go into this where the Will and Turtle Boy had it. They were going at each other, and so he's saying that Will has an ulterior motive, but Will's 4, 8, and 3. That's how he acts. But now he's saying that Will's a genius of how he's going to take everything away from Turtle Boy. See how inconsistent this guy is with his jealousy? I mean, I'm going to go on record right now, just like you did, Brian, when you started your channel. I'm going to go on record and say, why do people watch you? Is it because you rip on Turtle Boy and they hate Turtle Boy? Because they hate Will for whatever reasons? Is that why? I mean, I don't know. Makes me wonder. It really does. I mean, I just want to get to 1,000. But people are watching you, and then I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to get to 1,000. I don't know. Because this is bad content right here. And it's bad because I'm even going over it, but I think it's hilarious the way you change, the way to see what you're trying to do is hilarious. Because you got so many things going on in your mentals up there, and none of it is good. And this therapist is that that you say you're going to, which I don't know if you are, but if you are going to a therapist, fire them right now. Fire them. Because they're steering you wrong. They're pointing you in the wrong directions. Because if they believe that this is healthy for you, what you're doing, fire them now. Fire them.
He wanted to see where he sat with the riders because he knows that TB's facing some serious fucking shit here in December. But now he's probably really twisting his mustache, knowing that these new charges came out of New Jersey. Those new charges came out of New Jersey. So Will's fucking sitting there every day and he's going, when's he going to get picked up? Are they going to pull him back in for a status hearing?
I think that this whole New Jersey thing is going to fall on everybody's face that thinks that something's going to come of it. And I just think there's something else to it. Now I'm acting like them. But I think there's something else to it. I think there's something behind the scenes. I don't know. You know, you'd hate to think that Nan's involved or Brian's involved or Mike's involved. I mean, we'd all think that Kate Peter is. You know, how much is she sent over to the courtroom to the judge? I mean, you'd think that. The forensic room, they would be, you know, piling it on. But there's just something we're missing out there, people. We're missing. Sat on it for 7 or 8 months and then decided to go ahead. I mean, something's missing.
Maybe his bail gets revoked. This is your friend, TB. This is the guy that you keep around and say is your boy. He is fucking waiting to take you over, to take you out.
If you want to come up, you can.
Listen to him.
I said my piece. I just didn't want to be interrupted. Because again, this is my platform and I'm free to fucking do with it what I want. Just like you are, just like everybody fucking else is.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
And that's the thing is like he used TB for content because TB even says to him, hey,
what are you doing? What have you done from day one, Brian? You have used TB for content. You went on a channel, you saying you're helping him out, but then you were using it to get subs. You were using him. Oh, I didn't ask for money. I didn't ask for merch. I didn't ask for anything. No. You asked for notoriety. That's what you asked for. Helping you with your channel was worth more than the money he was going to give you up front. Helping you with subs helped you more than anything you did for him. This guy's something else.
Texted you like 3 times.
People, you know what's sad about this is people believe him when he talks like this. People believe it. That's the sad part about it. Just the people got to quit being sheep. Enough is enough. The guy's talking out of both sides of his mouth. Unbelievable. Him and Crawford. Crazy.
3 times I texted you and I told
And JFK too.
you who I was talking about, but he wanted to do it publicly so we could get the memberships. The petty. He's using you, bro. That guy ain't fucking golfing with his bum knee. He couldn't even walk one fucking hole. He'd be like,
He's in Tennessee. He's not going to Boston or wherever it is being held. So he's not going to. It'll be interesting to see how many people golfed. It will be. But I'm sure if there's more than what Brian thinks, it's going to be, oh, they did it. Somebody did it. Somebody set this up. This isn't true. What was that?
remember we used to watch him walk around on his stupid streams and stepping in dog shit in circles. He was all fucking winded.
So you stepping in dog shit? I didn't see that.
Winded Will.
Winded Will. That was so funny. He thought of that right up on the go. That was pretty good.
When I was saying the other night that, Will, that means everyone. It doesn't actually mean everyone. I wasn't talking about you. That was my nice way of saying I'm not singling Jess Machado out. But to be very clear, since it wasn't fucking blatantly obvious, apparently, that was about Jess Machado.
This is the stream, and this is what Will wants, because Will wants Jess out of the picture. That's exactly what the stream is. So he's testing, and he's trying to push Aiden at this point.
Okay, this is my problem with that. Why would he want Jess out of the picture when Jess only has less than 10,000 people now? Jess is taking herself out of the picture. Will don't need to help her. Why would he be so worried about Jess when Will's got, 40,000 something subs? I think the next person in line should be somebody with 60,000. I don't think he's worried about Jess Machado's subs. Come on, Brian. Talk a little bit of sense at least.
And I was talking about this the other day. He's trying to push Aiden at this point to get Jess out, because he knows if Jess is out and Aiden goes to jail and the Turtle Riders are all pro Glairer and they're not pro Jess, guess who takes the money? Will. Will gets the money.
There it is. Guess who takes the money? Guess who takes the money? It's all about the money. Money, 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 money.
money. Will gets the support. Will's going to be the go-to channel. And you know, for the lawyer, they're going to go to Melanie Little. And Melanie Little.
Yeah, Melanie Little. Yeah, they're not going to go to Nan. Nan tried to get on everybody's stream, but she only landed on Crawford and you and JFK. But JFK don't even have her on anymore. Wonder how long you're going to stick with her, Brian, with her only giving you $5.
And Will talk. So they'll just work together.
Oh,
what time you going at? 6 o'clock? All right, I'll go at 9. I'll go on those Tuesday nights at 9.
Okay.
I'll go on those Saturday nights at 9. So he's lining them up. He's testing it. This dude's not your friend. And I'm going to tell you, Will, TV ain't your friend either. So I love this shit.
Not you. I know you fucking cover my shit.
But Will's not doing Melanie Little content. Let's be honest here. I mean, she can somewhat talk about some of these motions, what's going on.
Isn't that funny, though? Will's not doing that content, but he got Karen Reed to come on his stream twice during the trial. Brian, Karen Reed went on Will's channel twice during the trial.
Will is rubbing two brain cells together. So that's all bullshit.
So now it's two brain cells. He's making him sound like a complete genius. And now all of a sudden he's dumb again.
His ego. They're trying to scout each other out here, but Will already knows what he wants. This is the get Machado out, and Will's sitting here going, all right, I got her out, and he was probably fucked.
She got herself out. She's getting herself out. Brian. And I bet you're happy about that deep down. You know you are. You're happy about Machado doing what she's doing and going backwards on the subs. You know you are.
Fucking salivating the other day when TB went after Nurse Kim. Then he's like, okay, now I got Nurse Kim out. Now those Sunday streams go away with Betterow, but that backfired because Kim shriveled up and went back. And he goes, okay, well, when TB goes to jail, if he goes to jail, I got him. I got the cash cow. I got the memberships. People are going to start pettying it up. And then we'll do the scam. Turtle Boy Defense Fund, petty stream. Turtle Boy Defense Fund, petty stream. It's definitely someone in Will's inner circle, Will. Someone in your inner circle is not happy that you tried.
Yeah, Brian, somebody in your inner circle is not happy with you when they talked about you and the Reeds and how you acted, how you called them up whining. Did I do something wrong? You mad at me over there? Talk to Karen. Why is she mad at me? So now you're like pinning this on the Will. So it happened to you. You did it. But now you're saying Will did it.
The Clock Up TV the other day on June 16, 2026. That's why they're talking to me. And they say Will is insecure, emotionally unstable, and heavily dependent on.
And you're hoping that that's true. That's what this is all about. You're hoping that that's true, that Will's unstable and that Will is not smart enough to figure out what you're doing. All right. Cursive propaganda. And you're hoping he knows nothing about that. Brian, you're a piece of work.
Women and other people for reassurance and emotional support. And that's what's going on here, dude. You need fucking reassurance all the time. You're
Oh my, Brian. You know that you are number one at that. You need that. Your ego, everything, your whole body needs that to be reassured. Mike, what do you think? I'm doing a good job? What do you think, Mike? Oh, I think you're great. I think you're great, Brian. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
Severely insecure. That's why you're doing a stream on to me tonight.
And that's why you're doing a stream on him. It's exactly why you're doing a stream on him.
You were a man, and I had this stream scheduled for 2 days.
Okay.
Because I knew you would pop up and do something. But if you were if you were an alpha male and didn't give a shit about what someone fucking said about you, you wouldn't pop up and have to scam your fucking audience.
So what are you doing? You're worried. You keep saying, "Oh, he's talking about me. He's talking about me."
And say, "Pay me. We're gonna go behind and act like a 12-year-old, and we're gonna go."
Now it's 12. So it went from 4 to 8 to 3 to 12.
You're not a man. You're insecure. You need to see what people say about you, Will. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people that are coming to me now that
I'm a man. I'm a man, Will. I'm Brian. I'm a man. I'm a man, Brian. Brian, you're not a man the way you're doing this. Nope. Just like me. You're being childish. But I love it. See, I don't have to act grown up like you are trying to, and then try to manipulate people. No, I'm trying to bring out how much of a manipulator you are. And you're putting it on thick tonight.
are not happy that you clocked your boy up the other day. And they're talking, and they are in your inner circle, Will. And like I said, I don't know. Maybe TB called me the other day.
Yeah, TB called me, Brian. TB called me. Know what he said? I hate Brian. I hate him. TB called me and told me that. He did.
Maybe he gave me an hour like Nurse Kim. Maybe.
No, he didn't give me an hour. It was pretty quick because he just wanted to tell me that little thing. Yeah. So he didn't give me an hour.
Maybe he started spilling the tea on you.
Oh, spilling the tea. Spilling the tea. Yeah. Brian, somebody in your inner circle wrote me a little note. Better check that out.
Get you set up. Maybe you should have a conversation with him and ask him, did you call him?
I can't give up my sources though, Brian. Nope, I wouldn't do that. I can't do it. Nope, no matter what you say, I can't do it. I'm not going to give up my sources. Nope.
LTL, you trying to scrub me out? Are you telling him things? I don't know. Maybe. Call him. Find out. Someone's talking. Oh, Will. Someone is talking. Someone is talking in your inner circle. They're not happy.
They're not happy.
They tried to clock up their boy. Will was afraid. Look at it. Listen to his voice, how it like, he got a little afraid there because his balls came down and then he swallowed.
You know, everybody heard that June 16th thing where Turtle Boy and Will went at it. And Brian just thinks it's the best thing that's ever happened. He really does.
And having to do all this fucking work by yourself. That's frustrating. And then
Right
to
here,
turn on
watch.
YouTube and all I ever see is fucking Baker beef with fucking
Right there.
Jess Machado. That's all I see. And I'm sitting here fucking facing all this time, spending all this fucking money, doing all this shit. I can't write stories. I got to do all this shit. So it's very fucking frustrating to be sitting there by yourself, going through hours.
Right here. Look at his face. Look at his face. Fuck off. Go away. That's what he's thinking. Fuck off. Go away. Watch. He's going to do the eye roll.
And hours of footage.
Right
And you have
there.
all these people out there who could be
And
helping.
you hear the heavy fucking sigh. This dude doesn't care about you, fucking TB. He wants you gone. He wants you out. He wants everything for himself. And you know what? He's going to do it to you, bro. He's going to take your audience. If you go away, and I don't want anybody to go to jail. I don't want that to happen. I don't want anybody to go to jail. But
Shit. You would love it if Turtle Boy went to jail. You know you would. You're saying that just to save face with the people that are free Turtle Boy and the Karen Reed movement. But you'd love it. That way you could say, well, I told you it was going to happen. I told you.
But if you go away, Will Henry is going to be number one. He's going to take you over.
And that's going to bother you, Brian, isn't it? That's what this is all about. Will becomes number one and Brian is still sitting here doing this. And that bothers you. That's the motivation for all this.
Going to take your money. And I don't know.
Money.
Will he do a Turtle Boy fundraiser when he gets your crowd? I'm King Will fucking Henry. Fuck Turtle Boy. I got him. I got his audience. It was all a play by design. But I don't know, Will. You got a lot of people talking. And people are saying this. And they're quoting you, bro. Will ready to take over the little cult. Exactly. He's just getting him in. Glare Boy. He's going to change his fucking name. Glare Boy. See what he's doing to you, TB? This guy ain't your friend. I don't know. Maybe
That's your
TB
friend?
called me. Maybe you called Mikey. Maybe
Maybe Karen Reed called me. It's the same thing that JFK is doing. That's all he's doing. Just copying the same thing. Maybe Karen Reed called me. No, maybe Karen Reed called me.
He called Mikey and told Mikey that he knows what Glare is saying because the inner circle's cracking. And then Mikey called me and told me, hey, maybe this should be your show tonight. Tell everybody the truth. Let them know.
Yeah, tell everybody the truth because I don't have anything else to go on. I'm talentless. So I got to do something. So, yeah, I'll talk about Turtle Boy and Glare because I'm no fucking talent. I don't know what else to do. So I'll just talk about them and get 290 people to listen.
Oh, the inner circle's cracked. Could be. Glaring turtle. Look at this. It's a win, right? He's going to maintain that image. He told you guys. New Glare turtle. Look at this shit. Going to take you out, bro. He's going to knock you out. Here we go.
But they're not because they're doing this instead. That's fucking frustrating, and I vented about it, and I'm not sorry about that.
Okay, fair enough. But the fact is this other stuff, because whether you like it or not, people need to be fucking kept interested. And these little side things and the drama itself actually keeps people interested in
Is
your
the
case.
drama of
It
fucking
helps
trying to
keep
put a
people
journalist in
interested.
jail.
So now, why he's trying to convince TB of this is because why? Because Will's channel's a drama channel. Will's a chick. Will uses memberships as petty streams to trick people. So he's trying to convince Aiden that, like,
They all try to do the membership thing now because Will did it and Will was making money. So they're all copying it. But Will's bad because Will's making the money.
I'm doing as this drama thing, it's okay because I'm making money and this
Drama sells. This drama does sell. People fighting Turtle Boy, people fighting Karen Reed, people. I mean, you bring it up, it sells. People listen to it. They want to know. They want to know what's going on. They want to know what's going on from people that actually know Brian. Not people that sit there and go, oh, I've got somebody in here in the circle. It could be over across the pond. It could be here. No, they want people that actually have something to talk about. That's where you're losing, Brian. Because you don't have anything to talk about. So you talk about Will and Turtle Boy and how they're making the money. And when you brought Kim up, then she was making the money. Jess up, she was making the money. It's all about the money with you. Do your thing. Maybe you can make the money. Be an original.
This is what I want to do because I need to make money to pay my rent. So he's trying to tell TB when you're clocked out and you punch the clock and you punched in the clock at jail, I'm going to take over your channel and I'm going to do drama and I'm going to make the Turtle Riders pay for those memberships.
Yeah.
Put them behind the paywall so I can make my money from
Because everybody listens. Everybody listens whatever Will's going to tell them to do, just like they do with you, Brian, right? Everybody's going to listen, right?
my apartment to make my rent, to get my cigarettes, my weed, my booze. It's a warning. It is. It's a warning to TB.
He's telling you.
So you're so worried about it, right, Brian? So worried about it.
The drama sells.
That means when you're gone, I'm going to do drama. I don't know. Maybe he fucking strikes up a stream on TB when TB's away. What's TB going to be able to do? If TB goes away, what is he going to be able to do? It's not going to be able to do a stream and counteract it. Will Henry might get up there and spill all the tea on TB and then really try to crush him out. Now I got all the riders. What are you going to do? You're not going to be able to counter stream this fucking punk. TB, he's lining you up to take you over. This guy's not your friend. He's not your friend.
Brian is so tough. Punk.
Friend. Yeah, then he'd be buying the house. Wouldn't have to rent that apartment anymore.
90 years, not interested.
Oh, you'd be mad then, wouldn't you, Brian? You'd be mad if Will actually had his own house. Will's subscribers, they should donate as much as they can so Will can buy a house. Just so all of us have content with you, Brian, complaining. Now that would be a stream. I would love to do that stream. Will has a house, living in a house, and Brian pissed off about it. That would be fun.
interesting enough for people?
Apparently
Am I
not.
entertaining people?
Apparently not. But you don't get to control that, Aiden, is what I'm trying to say. You don't get to control
I'm not
that.
controlling. I never once. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's a free country. I'm a gun to your head.
Fair enough. But then people have to walk around with that fear. People have to function on
What
the channel.
fear? You're feeding into the
I'm
whole
about
thing.
to explain it to you.
Scary.
You're
I'm not-
The fear,
Do you realize that the drama here, those two going at it, is actually kind of funny? I mean, it was funny. And they knew they had people watching. Come on.
fear is this: glare or bad. And then what happens if glare
Blair is bad, like Brian's bad.
or bad? Glare or bad, guess what? The riders go away.
Oh.
But this dude already knows because he tried to walk TB in this stream. That's why someone came to me and they cracked and they said June 16, 2026. That's the date. That's the date that Glare tried to take out TB. He wanted to test it. This is the Turtle Boy test.
Oh, okay.
That's the date. Don't forget that date, Will Henry. June 16, 2026.
Oh, we're not going to forget it because you helped us not forget it. So we're not going to forget it.
And he's like, what are we talking about, babe? You know, and
He's definitely a sneaky babe. You know, Mikey made a good point about this the other night. Mikey made a good point about this video the other night. You know, you look at our side, right? We have fun. We dance. We
Their
go on the
side.
JFK show.
Oh, yeah, you dance all right. Go on the JFK show and do dance. We play music. We're so much fun. We're so much fun. Why does Turtle Boy have so many people waiting for him to come on and we can only get 200, 300 people? Turtle Boy's got thousands waiting just for him to come on. But we're fun. We're fun. But why does Turtle Boy get that? Why?
JFK plays some music. We dance. We laugh. There's always smiles on our faces.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at these two. They fight each other. These are supposed to be their best buddies.
They're fighting each other, but guess what? People are listening to it. And I bet you both of them made some money for this. Brian, you didn't realize that, did you? You're all about the money, but you didn't realize that one. And the people that didn't see it, you helping it out so they go back and watch it. You're doing a good thing for Will and Turtle Boy. I'm proud of you that you did this.
And they're fighting. And Will Henry clocking up TB to take over. Will Henry clocking up TB to take over. But you know,
Maybe you should take over, Brian, right? Is that what you're getting at? Maybe you should take over. You'd be so much better, right?
what? Someone in that inner circle, a rider, I don't know, maybe a friend, a family member, whoever it is, they're cracking on Will Henry. And they told me, they gave me the quote. Now, if I'm confident in front of all the turtle riders and they see the approval of Aiden, it's good. It's gravy.
Yeah.
Now, this fucking guy at this point, because this is back on June 16, 2026, we didn't know about the New Jersey charges yet, right? So he's lining them up for December. Because if this shit goes south, and
There's that accent again. Goes a long time without it. Then he's got to add it. December.
TV goes to jail, Will's in like Flynn. Will's got it. And all he's got to do is skate the next 4 months. And if TB goes out, that's it. I take over. What's TB going to do from jail? You think this guy's going to pop up and raise money for him? Fuck no. He's going to be too happy taking in those petty stream memberships. But now he's got the confirmation here. Now we fast forward, a month and a half? New Jersey charges. He still knows he's in like Flynn.
Oh, yeah. In like Flynn. I mean, I can't believe that I went 2 hours and 38 minutes. I couldn't believe it the other night when I was watching it. It was like, really? But something made me stick with it because just the way he is, what he's doing. And he thinks he's so smart that nobody's going to catch on to what I'm doing. I'm going to tell him what Will's doing.
In some way, in the next couple of days, we could be hearing with Aiden Carney, and it might be a bail hearing. And maybe they revoke his bail. And guess what? He goes to jail. And guess what? Will Henry.
Boy, that would be good, huh, Brian? Wouldn't it? That'd be good for everybody, wouldn't it? Yep, you and Crawford would love that. And JFK, oh my! Today, you guys just wanted to hear about it. But I don't want to see anybody go to jail. Oh, but boy, would it be something if Turtle Boy went to jail.
He takes over earlier, and maybe TB's calling him from jail. He's like, Will, help me out. I need a stream. I need a fundraiser stream. And Will's like, you know what? Hell no. I got better things to do. I got petty to talk about.
Yeah.
I got memberships to make.
Yeah.
Do you see what's going on here, Aiden? This guy's fucking lining you up. All right, let's listen to lovers quarrel a little bit longer here.
Oh, that
You know
if you
what?
want to talk to me privately.
Because I didn't want to speak to you angrily.
Because he wanted to put it out in public. He wanted to put it out there. He wanted to test the waters. And then he wanted TB to come in and confirm that Will is his friend. You are my friend. You're good. So the riders go, all right, Will's good. Good stuff. Will's here. Will's along for the ride. He's a turtle rider. But Will, in the back of his mind, is saying, I wish I never.
Brian's mind is really gone. Really is. Like I said, in his upbringing, something happened to him. I mean, the way his mind's working, it's working overtime. That's all it's thinking about is Will making money, Turtle Boy making money. And why isn't he? That's what it all comes down to.
Got this close to him. When Will fucking hears that, this is the first thing, the absolute first thing that goes off in Money's in fucking his head. What was that, Aiden? What'd you say? But a lot of this too, you know, is Will's insecurity, and I heard a lot about that. I heard a lot about that from the inner circle.
I heard the same thing about you, though, Brian. Heard the same thing about you when you first started, and how it's completely just magnified as you went. That insecurity. Your insecurities are large. Your ego is large. And right now it's messing you up bad.
Maybe it was 1, maybe it was 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was 10 people that reached out to me because they said,
I'm sure it was, Brian. Sure it was. Yeah. They reached out to you. Yep. And they knew, you know, they had to know, right? Yeah, they had to. You checked them out. You made sure they were legit. Yep.
saw Will Henry locking TB up on June 16, 2026 during this stream. Emotionally unstable, heavily dependent on women for reassurance, emotional support, a lot of other stuff going on. Let's hear listen.
Problem. She should think about that shit before she shits on the whole fucking community and uses you as some sort of fucking shield to protect her from it. And I'm not saying you protect her. She uses your fucking name. She uses your existence. She uses your status in the community as a way to, with impunity, shit all over whoever the fuck she wants.
And that's what Brian did in the beginning. Exactly. Used Turtle Boy to do whatever he wanted because he thought he was in.
That's the kind of influence you have. Even though you don't do it, you
I'm
don't
a cult
say,
leader,
hey,
right? I mean, that's the cult leader argument.
That's not what I'm saying.
But that's
I'm
what they
saying
said.
she
Babe.
sees you like that.
He's like, babe, it's not what I'm saying, babe. Babe, it's not what I'm saying.
And he's like, what are we talking about, babe? You know, and
Babe, what are we talking about, babe? Come on, babe.
that's my point.
She
That's
sees me
dangerous
for
for people inside. Yeah, you don't fucking listen to how she talks about you. It's fucking sick. It's bizarre.
Well, I don't think she's been talking so good about me lately.
I don't know. Did you watch when she called into my show the other day?
Yes, I saw
Okay,
that.
that was my point. Like that explains my point better than I could possibly explain it right now. Is she brought you in and she was saying, I never talked about you because of you being close to Aiden. And I'm just like, why the fuck does Baker get less respect than I do? That was my whole thing. She sees it like that. And that within the community is dangerous. And that sure as fuck doesn't help the people outside the community looking at us that way, does it?
No.
And that's what I heard. I heard Will Henry talks a lot like that on the phone, people. That's the real Will Henry. I heard things about struggles to function independent.
You heard that from Nan. Because at the first part of the Nan thing, Will was probably confiding in her, thinking it would not go anywhere. And he heard that from Nan. I guarantee it came from Nan.
I heard about that he'll call and he has these emotional mood swings. That's it right there. Emotional mood swing, including yelling during disagreements and later apologizing, crying, and then seeking forgiveness. That is the cycle of abuse. That is the cycle of abuse. When you abuse and then you cry and then you apologize and ask for forgiveness and over again. So you yell or you hit and then you cry and then you say, forgive me, babe. Please, babe. I'm sorry, babe.
You know, he tries to sound so smart. He really needs to work on himself instead of trying to figure out what's going on with Will. That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think Will's trying. I mean, I'm telling you, look at Beach says, Brian, Turtle Boy's losing his hold. He's letting this fucking guy come in and snake him out. He's clocking him. And this is it. This is the stream he clocked him up on. June 16, 2026. You can go watch it. Watch it on Will Henry's channel. And then Will, you just got to remember. I mean, this is it, Will. This is what your inner circle is saying. They're pissed. They're pissed that you tried to clock up Turtle Boy.
That's my point, and that's why I call this shit out. Because this drama shit, even though it's just drama, it's been pretty fucking necessary, I think. I have called people out.
It has been necessary.
And Will thinks it's necessary because why? Because Will beg the riders for memberships, and then he goes behind the little Wally because he's afraid to do this out in the open. This is fucking scam. It's part of his scam. Get the riders.
No, he gets people to pay money. Right, Brian? Grifting like you. You don't mention that part, though.
To give me money. Then I go behind the little Wally and then I do my little 10-year-old act, a bunch of nonsense. I mean, it doesn't make any content. My little 10-year-old act. And I hope you're playing the stream tonight, Will, because I want the riders to know that you clocked up TB and someone in your inner circle is cracked and they're starting to talk because they don't like the fact that you tried to clock up their boy, that you're trying to take over. So
I hope Will did play this because he should have been shown how your insecurities are off the charts. And you've thought up all this stuff. I hope he did play it.
So explain that away to the riders that are watching on your stream tonight, Will. Can you explain that? Can you come up with an explanation to the riders that support you, that are giving you those memberships behind that petty wall, that you're clocking up their boy, getting him ready to take over? If this guy goes to jail, his bail gets revoked. King Will, TB's going to call you from the can and go, Will, come on, Will. Need a fundraiser, Will. Fuck no. I'm too busy doing drama because the drama sells. He said it in this stream. The drama sells, TB. And then what happened? When TB was trying to say, Will, I need your help to talk about my case. We saw it. He rolled his eyes. He wiped his face. He was done with it. I need some money in that commissary account. Can you help me out? Fuck no. I'm eating the Twinkies. I'm eating the Little Debbies. I'm eating the Pop-Tarts. I'm making the prison birthday cake. That's what Will's saying. I'm eating the fucking zebra cakes.
It's true. They are. They're so scared of everything. And what they're most scared of is that nothing happens to Turtle Boy. That's what they're most scared of. That everything goes away. And he's not charged with anything. Or he's put on probation or something like that. That's what they're worried about. Because they don't get rid of Turtle Boy then. And that's what they get mad about.
See it, I'm going to call it out.
Well,
and I'm going to
make the last word. I mean, how it's just going to go back and forth, right?
I mean,
Everybody's gonna want the last word.
No. You're talking about Jess specifically.
Yes.
About now with Jess, it's not going to go on back and forth. I don't want Jess. To me, is worse than anybody that I've ever done petty stream.
And now he's, like I said, now he's trying to clock up Jess because I just talked about this a little while ago. I clock Jess up. I get Jess out. I move up the social TB ladder. Jess is forgotten because they know. And again, Jess is pretty good at this point. And now Aiden's going to stick up for Jess and go, hey, I disagree because they haven't had their falling out yet. Jess hasn't done the exit stream, the exit interview, but Will's trying to clock her up because Will wants Jess out at this point. And anybody else that's close to him, he wants out because he wants to roll over on TB and fucking sit in the fucking king's chair and put the crown on, grab the scepter.
That is so true. They know that if he doesn't go to jail, it's over for them. They know that. They know at that point they got to switch course. They know they got to start doing something. That's exactly it. They know at that time that they're not going to be able to rely on stuff like this. that they're actually going to have to do something good. And they're not capable of doing that. If Turtle Boy sticks around and there's nothing, their channels are, I mean, what are they going to talk about? They're not good at, Crawford's not good at the interview, even though that he says he is. He's not. And Brian you can't go and order a journalism thing off the internet, put it around your neck and say, I'm a journalist. Can't do it. You just can't do it. It's crazy.
There. Remember Steve Austin back in the day? King of the Ring? What'd he say? Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. Remember? That was the takeover. There's a new sheriff in town, and that's what he's going to do. Remember, you thump your Bible, gave the speech in the ring?
Turtle Boy, trust me, he's taking notes. He's taking notes on all this. He is. He knows.
Turn around, Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. That's what he's going to do to TV. That's what he's telling them.
Worse than anyone? I
Than
disagree
anybody
with that.
because of her intentions. I think that
She's worse than BLT and Crawford?
I love this.
Yes.
Oh, come
See,
on.
now, the only reason he said that is because Mikey and I are out. We're not in that circle, and he's trying to dominate over Jess now. Mikey and I have nothing to do.
People need to tell me why Will would think that he has to get rid of Jess at this point when Jess is getting rid of herself. It makes no sense. Jess keeps opening up her mouth and lying and everything else. She's doing it to herself. Will's not doing it. Will has nothing to do with her losing subs. So why would Will be worried about somebody with under 10,000 people? Will's next step is to go after Brian's subs and say, hey, this guy's an idiot. Come over to mine. I mean, it makes no sense him saying, oh, he wants Jess out. Makes no sense.
With this fucking snake crew over here, we're out. And he had to roll his eyes and think, Jess, yep, she's worse. Now, if I get Jess out, Mikey's out, Brian's out, Jess is out. He was probably had a little
JFK's
woody
out.
the other day when he knew that Nurse Kim might be on the out. Now I'm the closest to TB. And like, what was that? What was the Shakespeare quote? A2 Brutus? Meaning, you too? You turned on me too? The closest person. The closest person. It's always the closest person to you that wants to take over in power. I mean, look at it. It's through fucking history, TB. What happens? It's always the right-hand man that takes over, that always overthrows the government, the closest person to you. And then what happens is that Will thought he was smart.
About before, he's read some of these books. And like I said, it took me a while to remember a couple of them. But like I said, Brainwashing and then Honor Bound. Those are two books. I don't know if Brian was capable of reading them, but he skimmed them. He probably, got on the internet and looked for them or whatever. But both were very good books. And it talked about exactly what Brian what he did in this stream. Everything he did came from what he thought that he could get away with. And he thought he'd be smart. Thought this was really smart.
All right. But when he clocked TB up on June 16, 2026, someone got mad. Or maybe a few people got mad. Or maybe it was a group of people that got mad. Within that inner circle of Will.
They're idiots. They make themselves look stupid. It's not until Jess Machado gets backed into a corner till you see the real her.
You think Jess Machado believes I'm innocent?
Now look.
It's not for me to say.
He's creating doubt in TB's head. He's trying to set Jess Machado up at this point.
That's what you've been doing all along, trying to create doubt in Will's head that you talked to somebody in his circle, that you did this, that you did that. Brian's mind, I'm not kidding you. If he's talking to a therapist, it's not working. The therapist needs to be fired because it has not helped Brian at all.
He's trying to get her out. It's fucking all there. This guy's a fucking snake. He does this in every fucking community that he comes in contact with. And then he turns around and he goes, Justice for John O'Keefe, Karen Reed, Turtle Boy. He fucking uses that as a crutch. He uses that as a door wedge to get his fucking way in.
And that's what you, JFK, and Crawford do the same thing. You guys do the same thing, what you're saying that Will does. You always come back to Karen Reed because that's what you guys know. You don't want to go off on a limb because you know Karen Reed, you know Turtle Boy, and you're going to continue to do stuff like this. But you're going to say Turtle Boy is bad, Will's bad, Will's horrible, Will's a drunk, Will's high. You're an idiot, Brian. Complete idiot. And you're not as smart as what you think you are. In having a journalist tag bought on the internet does not make you a writer. It does not make you a writer. People go to school for that, Brian. Yeah. They learned journalism. You need to try it once.
And he sits here and lies to you because he has nothing. This dude probably don't even have a fucking 401k, nothing, no savings, nothing.
Right here, this is what is the truth. Right here. NY, Latin, 100%.
This is him. This is his grift. He doesn't care. He told fucking Karen inside that courtroom, stop being a pussy when he wanted to take selfies in a fucking courtroom at 8 a.m. in the morning. Bro, you're on a fucking murder trial. You're sitting in a murder trial. And you're
when the Karen Reed thing is done in a couple of years or whatever it's going to take, there's another roadblock for them. They have nothing to talk about. But I guarantee you by then, it's going to be Karen Reed's guilty. If it doesn't happen, but I believe that's where Crawford's going. Crawford's going to be Karen Reed's guilty before you know it. Brian might hold back because of his infatuation with Karen, that he truly believes that he can have Karen. He truly believes that. So for him to switch the other side, I think will be a little bit difficult. But Crawford's gone. I guarantee you, he'll be on the other side because he can't wait. He is praying every night that Turtle Boy goes to jail. Praying. I mean, the guy put Kate Peter on his stream to talk to her, and he thought that he got the best of Kate Peter. I guarantee you, Kate Peter was laughing at him because she could do circles around him. And I don't want to give her credit on anything, but it's true. She could do circles around Crawford easily.
calling Karen Reed, don't be a pussy. You're a fucking snake. And you're playing all these riders because you're clocking up TB because you want to take over. And I'm telling you, TB, he's wait. Your bail gets revoked. Your boy is going to be fucking grinning ear to ear. All those fucking streams, those money streams, those streams to make you money for your defense money, gone. This guy will be doing petty stream after petty stream, hiding behind his fucking paywall to get people to pay him.
Yeah, why do you think she tracked me down when I didn't know her, when I was in fucking jail?
You know, when you think of it, that's pretty smart. I mean, that way, when you think of it, okay? That what Will did here is pretty smart. Because everybody tried to do it after him then. JFK tried. Turtle Boy even went to the members only. Everybody was doing it after Will was doing it because they saw how much cash Will was bringing in, how loyal his subs were. And that's what kills them. Because Will has loyal people watching him.
Way does it?
No.
And that's what I heard. I heard Will Henry talks a lot like that on the phone, people. That's the real Will Henry. I heard things about struggles to function independently. I heard about that he'll call and he has these emotions.
I missed what Kasi G did, MC Kasi. What did he do today? Give me a quick note about that. I didn't see that. So,
Emotional mood swings. That's it right there. Emotional mood swing, including yelling during disagreements and later apologizing, crying, and then seeking forgiveness. That is the cycle of abuse. That is the cycle of abuse. When you abuse and then you cry and then
you hit and all that. You know, he's got it all down. You know what he's got it all down. Supposedly what Will is. All right. He's got it all down. Everything.
I mean, how it's just going to go back and forth, right?
I mean,
Everybody's
no,
gonna want the last
no,
word.
no. You're talking about Jess specifically.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm talking,
No,
I'm talking
babe.
about now with Jess. It's not going to go on back and forth. I don't want Jess. To me, is worse than anybody that I've ever done any stream.
And now he's, like I said, now he's trying to clock up Jess because I just
Jess is the worst. Brian, Crawford, JFK, they're on the same level. You know how Jess does that line on her little board back of her? They're all below the line. Every one of them are below the line. It's crazy. So
talked about this a little while ago. I clock Jess up. I get Jess out. I move up the social TB ladder.
I saw that with Kasi G showing the. I just, I don't know if it's BS, and this is what I was saying before. I don't know, but something don't smell right. It don't smell right, and the reason why it doesn't smell right is when you look at the players. Nan from New Jersey, they sat in her for 7-8 months. This woman did, who's clearly goofy, right? I mean, she's clearly goofy. And Nan, I mean, look at how Nan got involved with that Alex thing. And you just, I mean, if they are involved, if I mean, Mike found out from somewhere, right? Mike found out from somewhere. So I don't know. Like I said, something don't smell right. And if they are involved, I mean, right there tells you. I mean, if they get another sub after that, well,
Jess is forgotten because they know. And again, Jess is pretty good at this point. And now Aiden's going to stick up for Jess and go, hey, I disagree, because they haven't had their falling out yet. Jess hasn't done the exit stream, the exit interview, but Will's trying to clock her up because Will wants.
Wasn't, I didn't know about Turtle Boy's bus stop today, but wasn't there something wrong with his internet or something? I don't know. But Fridays, doesn't he usually put it behind members only on Fridays? But I don't know if he did one. I don't know if maybe he did. I'm not sure.
Jess out at this point, and anybody else that's close to him, he wants out because he wants to roll over on TV and fucking sit in the fucking king's chair and put the crown on, grab the scepter. Remember Steve Austin back in the day, King of the Ring? What did he say? Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. Remember? That was the takeover. There's a new sheriff in town, and that's what he's gonna do. Remember, you thump your Bible, gave the speech in the ring.
And do you notice that when it doesn't go anywhere, they quit talking about it? It's like the Alex thing with JFK. Meredith. It doesn't go anywhere. Forget about it. Lie detector test. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Never happened. I didn't say it. It's crazy stuff.
Turn around. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. That's what he's going to do to TV. That's what he's telling him.
Worse than anyone? I
Than
disagree
anybody
with that.
because of her intentions. I think that she. I think
She's
that
worse
she
than
is-
BLT and Crawford?
I love this.
Yes.
Oh, come
See,
on.
now, the only reason he said that is because Mikey and I are out. We're not in that circle. And he's trying to dominate over
said
Jess
that.
now. Mikey and I have nothing to do with this fucking snake crew over here. We're out. And he had to roll his eyes and think, Jess, yep, she's worse.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if I get Jess out,
Then everybody's out, right? Then Will's got the chance to take over Brian. And that kills you, doesn't it? Doesn't
Then
it?
no one else was telling, right? She did that. And what was Crawford doing when I was in jail? Fucking
Oh,
changing
yeah.
his opinion, right? Saying Karen Reed might be guilty, right? Everybody be nice to them at Calvin. So who's the real one?
Will doesn't want to talk about me and Mike. He wants him to go back to Jess. That's why he's like,
Wait a
sure,
second,
sure,
wait
yeah.
a second. This whole thing in the beginning said that Will was behind a wall talking about you. What is it, Brian? He doesn't want to talk about you, but then he does talk about you. Both sides of your mouth you're talking out of. Then you wonder why people rip on you. It's because we all know you. We all got you clocked. We got you clocked, Brian.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He knows that between in their group, me and Mikey are on the outs. It doesn't matter. TB's already sided with that. He needs Jess out, Nurse Kim out, Jimmy out. Then he takes over. Will, I got
Jimmy
you
too.
clocked, bro. But
right.
see, that's the problem is that someone in that inner circle saw this stream.
No, nobody in the inner circle saw anything. Brian's just got a strange brain, and it's thinking this stuff up because he can't trust himself. Brian can't trust himself. So that means he can't trust anybody. When you can't trust yourself, you can't trust anybody. And that's where Brian's at right now.
In June 16, 2026, and said, wait a minute here. I got to go back over that stream. Maybe we got to crack out some information here on Will Henry. Will Henry that lived in his friend's mother's basement, and his friend didn't even live there. He just lived with his mother in the basement before he moved out into his apartment. He's a fucking snake. And just think, if you're here and you're a rider...
Funny we don't hear about maybe Will getting together with that mom. You'd think that that's what the story would have went with Brian. You know, if he's that much of a snake, you know, that would have been the next thing I thought that we'd hear.
Watching this, I hope that your fucking brain can compartmentalize this because the writing's on the wall. It's been here the whole time. And now you got people that are coming out of the inner circle because they see what's going on and they want to crack this guy and they want TV to wake up. Like, don't let this guy get too close because he's trying to take over. He's trying to take the crown. That's what you said. Think about that, Will Henry. Who's leaking information in your inner circle? Who's leaking information in your inner circle, Will Henry? Friends that you...
Who's leaking information in your circle, Brian, that told me about you and calling the Reeds up and is everything okay? Is everybody okay? Karen's not mad at me, is she? Karen's not mad. Come on, Nathan, tell me. Tell me if she's mad. Who's leaking that in your circle, Brian? Somebody told me. I'm not giving up my source, Brian. Nope. Not going to give up my sources. No way. But somebody in your inner circle wrote me a note. Who knows why they gave it to me? I mean, I only got 500 and some subs. Maybe they just thought that it would be funny if I brought it up. It is funny. Because you're talking about how people in Will's circles, but you got your own leaks. And they're talking about how you cry into the Reeds and saying, oh, man, you guys liked me. You guys liked me. You liked what I was doing for you. They had to tell you that, Brian, because they know how fragile you are. They know that you went out and played in the cars. They know that. So they got to say, okay, Brian, yeah, you did all right for me. Yeah, you did good. Think about that, Brian.
Think our friends are not really your friends because they're fucking tired of you and they're going to leak everything and it's coming. And I got more. Trust me.
Yeah. I'm sure you got more. So that's the end of that one. But just so you know, I wrote a song about Brian. I'm going to play it right here. And we're going to end it here in a few minutes. But it's interesting what he tried to get across was what he tried to do in the beginning with Turtle Boy and everything. His mind works in a really strange way. How everybody's after him. But then they're after, you know, they're not worried about him and Mike. But before that, they're worried about him. And they're bad to him. And he had to put up with so much for 7 or 8 months. Not that he never ditched it out. No, Brian never did. No. Brian was a good guy. All right. This is number 1 in England. I'm trying to get this played on Capital FM in London. Capital FM, if nobody knows what Capital FM is, going right now. Music station in London. Capital FM. The best, and I'm telling you this right now, the best music station on earth. The best music station on earth. Capital FM. The whole thing, the way they program it, all the elements that a radio station needs, Capital FM hits them every single time. Capital FM, London. Trying to get this song about my man Brian on number 1 though in England. Here we go. Ready? I'll be back after this. Don't forget to hit the like, the share, subscribe. Tell people you know about the channel. Trying to get to 1,000. We're, I think, 514, 15, something like that. So we got a ways to go. Want to get to 1,000. Be nice to get to 1,000 because then Brian really hates me. He hates me now, but he really hates me because then I'd be making money. That's what he's most worried about. He's a piece of work. Song about Brian right here.
Sitting in the basement, staring at the screen. Envy turning Brian's little face a shade of green. He's clicking through the metrics, he's counting every view, hating every single thing. Turtle and the Glare-do, they are pulling in the chain, they're getting all the checks, while Brian's over here just turning into a wreck. He doesn't care if videos are actually quite good, he just wants that cash flow coming to his neighborhood. Oh, Brian at LTL, the talentless king, can't script the video, can't dance, can't sing. He's jealous of the turtle and glamour and the money they make. While crying to his subs with a smile so fake. Yeah, Brian at LTL checking the stats, drowning in his envy like a bunch of crying cats. He logged onto the internet and found a little site, bought a piece of plastic that he holds with all his might. An independent press pass shipped right to his door. Now Brian is a journalist, he isn't broke no more. A journalism degree, no ethics in his head, just copy pasting headlines from the stuff he never read. Step aside on media, he yells into the crowd, holding up a laminated badge so proud. Oh, Brian at LTL, the talentless king, can't script the video, can't dance, can't sing. He's jealous of the turtle and glass and the money they make, while crying to his subs with a smile so fake. Yeah, Brian at LTL checking the stats, drowning in his envy like a bunch of crying cats. Hey Brian, what's the scoop? What's the breaking news? Someone else is richer and I'm losing all my views. He's worried about the pockets of the people on the feed, blinded by the dollar signs and swallowed by the greed. The content for his subscribers is running on a loop, while Brian plays reporter like a fella with the hoop. LTL Media with the breaking news is tied. Brian bought a press pass so he thinks he's Walter Cronkite. No talent, no debris, just a pocket full of spite. Keep watching subs, he needs your ching-ching tonight. Oh, now please give me some money so I don't look like a failure. Don't tell anyone I am a traitor, because I believe I can still take Karen and lay her. Hey Brian, what's the scoop? What's the breaking news? Someone else is richer and I'm losing all my views. He's worried about the pockets of the people on the feed, blinded by the dollar signs and swallowed by the greed. The content for his subscribers is running on a loop, while Brian plays reporter like a fella with the
There it is. Brian's song that I made up for him. Wanted to be on Capital FM in London. Seriously, Google the station, Capital FM. If you like the music stations, the top 40 stuff, Capital FM is unbelievable. The best damn radio station on earth. It truly is. I appreciate everybody that checked this out. I know it was long tonight. Very seldom I go 3 hours. Very seldom I go 2 hours. But Brian had a lot to say, and I had a lot to say about him. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the next stream. I mean, I can't do all Brian, although that they did do a stream today, or now it's yesterday, him and Mike, and they were talking about JFK and that. I haven't done one on JFK for a while, so maybe I go back to the JFK one. But again, I appreciate everybody. Please hit the like, the share, and subscribe if you haven't. Tell people about the channel. tell them to come on board, join the flock. We laugh. We truly laugh. And I do the best I can to crack on people. That's what I'm best at. So that's my strength. And so when they're acting like idiots and when they're fools, I'm going to show that and maybe push them in a direction to make them better. Who knows? Maybe they'll look back and go, maybe he's got a point. You know, JFK, when I was ripping on him pretty good before he fault strike me, I mean, I was getting to him. I mean, after the fault strike, I was in his head a lot at that point. I mean, he called me mental. He called me a stalker. I mean, I was in his head a lot. But I pushed him, I think. And he started getting pretty good there for a little bit. But now he's back to the same thing. But so let's see who we can talk about next. Probably be back on maybe Monday. Maybe I'll do another one over the weekend. We'll see what happens. But again, I appreciate everybody. And just tell everybody about the channel. All right. We need subscribers. Got to get to 1,000. And I appreciate everybody that's checked this out. Have yourself a great morning. Peace. And don't be a Brian, all right? Just don't be a Brian. And I'll be happy. Don't be a Brian.
Jeff slides the microphone right into place, flips the camera up, puts a smile on his face. He says, welcome to Madstork Media. We don't do make-believe, no false memories hiding up our sleeve. Yeah, the internet world's gone crazy, spinning out of control. Folks are dodging the possessions just to save their soul. Enlisting in the army, running from the fight, cause they're terrified of turtles in the middle of the night. And we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't you sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Madstork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Now they're spilling out the facts on the Massachusetts Green about the wildest trial that you ever have seen. They talk about Karen, yeah, they whisper her name, but nobody trusts the lead investigator in the game. She was acquitted, the jury walked away, but the stork says it's time for Turtle Dove to see his charges go away. Yeah, the truth is a puzzle with a missing piece, and the chatter in the courtyard just never will cease. And the losers say it's not over. They say the case isn't done, but we're just getting started under the Midwest sun. You can run to the barracks call and you can hide from the law right now, but you can't escape the sharpest judge's eye you ever saw. So we say, hey, come join the flock. Don't just sit there staring at the ticking of the clock. Yeah, the world is heavy, but we're making it light. We're Madstork Media, and we're stepping into the night. Come join the flock. Flockers, we're gonna make you smile tonight. Jeff, time to slide that mic. flip that cam. No false memories here, folks, just the flock. Come join the flock and Jeff will make sure to add some shock.